Welcome, everybody, back to another week, episode 72 of the Level Unlock podcast. We are 72 weeks in, boys and girls, children of all ages that are watching this. Thank you for being a part of this. Thank you for listening to the show, making it what it is. We appreciate you so much. I think, Schroeder, you just checked, what is it, like 5,000 something followers?
5,000. Hold on, I got it right here.
That's something crazy.
5,791.
That's absolutely amazing.
That's
Thank
a lot.
you guys. It is. Thank you guys for all of that. That is, we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. We appreciate
You guys think a year ago that would be a thing?
No, I honestly didn't think it would. I hoped and dreamed that it would get to where it is, but obviously not this quick. So that's amazing that we are to where we are. A little dream burns into a big old fire.
Crazy.
And, well, we got Nate taking a selfie over here for the world to see. Anyways,
Celebration.
welcome everybody once again. If you would like to unlock the potential of being part of the Unlocked Nation, I messed my words up, but I fixed it with a save. Proud of myself in that one. You can always follow us at patreon.com/levelunlockpodcast. As always, become part of the Lockpick Nation, the Unlock Pickers, where you can then help support the stream in any way possible, as all the money goes towards the stream, helps us get our tiger masks, our cheetah masks.
Y'all motherfuckers got to get unlocked.
Yes.
Unlock podcast!
As well as all the other special features and doohickeys that we like to do. So what's up, everybody? How's another not as crazy, but semi-crazy week in the books?
Still pretty crazy.
It still is. It kind of picked back up, but that's a conversation for another day. So how's everyone doing? Let's start with Mr. Panther himself, Mr. Schroeder. For those who aren't watching, what do you got going on, man?
Oh, not too much, man. I'm just being a cat. That's about it. No, I'm just kidding. I did a bunch of stuff this week. I've been playing Warhammer Total War 2. That game has been actually super fun. It's frustrating though because it's Total War. Like there's no break. You don't get any break. You're thinking, oh, okay, I'm about to win, and then suddenly 6 chaos fucking armies come out of nowhere and stomp your best army into the mud, and they kill off your level 27 goddamn wizard.
You fucking wizard.
Which takes forever to get them back to level 27. Other than that, Major Death, what's up, bro? Thanks for the thing. Follow. Other than that, I got a motorbike.
You did.
And I've been driving that.
Driving the motorcycle.
I have. I drove the motorbike around. It is a CTX, I think. CTX 7000, I believe is what it's called. I can't read that, man. It's too small. Sup, ladies says. I can't tell what that says. But, so I've been riding that around a little bit. What else did I do this week? I finished watching, what's that? The Office
Space Force?
Space. Yeah!
What'd you
That
think?
show was awesome.
It's got a lot of mixed reviews.
It was a super good time.
Yeah, I heard
Was it?
some
That's
people
good.
didn't like it.
Yep. I don't know how you couldn't like it. I thought it was great. But you know, some of people don't have impeccable taste like I do. You know. But what else did I do? I think that's it. We've been talking about getting the island on Ark. That might be a thing.
Crystal Isles.
Yeah, the Crystal Islands, and then starting a whole new character. That sounds like a good idea, actually.
I watched the video today on how to tame a crystal dragon, because you actually, instead of hatching the eggs in this one, you actually tame a dragon.
I want to tame a dragon.
Same.
Yeah, you actually
it's not
tame
every day
it.
you could tame a dragon.
How to Train Your Dragon is what we need to watch.
Gotta pick a day to do it.
How to Train Your
Fucking
Dragon
happened.
is a great movie.
Actually, that's exactly the thing. We just gotta pick a day to do it.
Tomorrow night, I'm free. Just saying.
Yeah, actually, that's not a bad idea.
Either that or I don't work the next 2 days, Tuesday, Wednesday, so I'm game. I don't know about anyone else.
Yeah, that would be cool. I just said I'm a gat instead of a cat because I can't see my keyboard.
Maybe
There we go.
Maybe you should take it off.
My helmet
Yeah.
of justice. By the way, this does not qualify as a motorcycle helmet.
Really?
You can get motorcycle
Really?
helmets that look like that, though.
Can I?
Yeah,
Yeah, you can.
Where do you get those at?
I will send you a link.
Nate, why do
Do
you?
it.
How do you know this like off the top of your head?
Bro, don't fucking ask me questions. I know a lot of useless information. Like, a lot.
Useless information is only useless until you need the
A
information.
purpose is found. Exactly.
So purpose is found. I like that. That's a good way of putting it. But I think that's a short week. I think that's about it. Helped my aunt move. Took a walk to the woods. Slept a whole bunch. Oh, I've been playing the hell out of The Simpsons Tapped Out. You
Nice.
guys remember that game for the
Yeah.
mobile?
Yeah.
For your mobile devices? God, they have this thing going on right now. It's for those of you who played that game a long time ago and haven't played it in a while. Hey, what's up, Potato? She's one of our Patreons. How you doing?
Heyo.
Hello.
Yeah, the whole crew says
Hi.
hello. But
Oh, sorry. Hello.
hello.
Oh.
Hello. But if you guys used to play, because I know a lot of people have tried it and maybe played for a little while, they have a new event that literally just started yesterday. So get in while the getting's good, ladies and gentlemen. Other than my Springfield is beautiful. Also, I'll post this somewhere what my thing is. So if you guys do play it, you guys friend me and look at the amazingness. I've spent hours placing bushes.
Sounds like
So-
some people's Animal Crossing towns.
Yeah.
And-
It's like that.
For those who are also wondering, Nate is rocking out to music. He is not crazy, just for those who are watching and don't hear music. He's jamming out to the sound of the sweet
Music
undertones
shouldn't
of
be
Jeff's
able to
voice.
be heard, as far as I know.
Yeah,
he's-
see, the thing is,
We've
on his headset,
outlawed
I'm
music years
auto-tuned.
ago.
Yeah. This is the land of Footloose. No dancing, no music. It's none.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Loose, footloose.
Yeah.
Which
Kickoff
is a
Sunday.
Thanksgiving movie, by the way.
How
just so
the
everyone
hell
knows.
am I supposed to be an Angelica cat if I can't dance?
Exactly. No, he's grooving out to the sweet tones of your voice, Schroeder. That's what he's rocking out to.
I already have a hard enough time considering they removed all of our buttholes. Like, what am I supposed to do now? By the way,
Good
I
old
can't
cats.
see the Twitch chat right at this very moment. So, hey, everybody hanging out. Nice to see all your beautiful faces. Even though I can't see anybody's faces, but you get it. Hope everybody else has been having a good week. But that's about all I've done this week. What I need to do is I need to start being more social, like outside of the house type stuff. I want to do a fire and go in the woods some more with people.
By the way, with that being said, I have information for you. That's all my week.
That was your whole week? Is that
No. I have
for me?
information for you because that
During his week.
sentence there was in my week.
I see.
Well, if
Let me see. I think that's it, guys. I think that's all I really did.
Word. Well, that's a good segue over to Nathaniel then.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yo, Potato, we'll hang out. We need to hang out soon. I agree.
Okay. So I'll get that part out of the way so the suspense dies down. Me and Doug were on the phone the other day talking about it, and it's very soon. Very, very soon. I don't think this weekend, but the weekend after. I have to double check with him. But it's happening very soon. We're getting a group together. We're going to have a fire. Me and him actually talked through the night because it was the night I had a little bit of sadness in my week. I had to go get a box of things from a certain situation. And I was down and I was talking to a bunch of people and all this shit. He's like, yo, we're going to get a fire going. We're going to talk a lot about conspiracies and we're going to talk about a bunch of crazy shit. And we're just going to have a fire and it's a bunch of people are going to be there. Or just a small group of close friends are going to be there. And I'm like, cool.
I want to
either
sit
way.
by a fire and talk conspiracy theories with you.
That's going to
I got
happen
some interesting ones.
pretty fucking soon.
Oh God.
On the other hand, my week, I got kidnapped again.
You got
Nice.
kidnapped?
My glasses flew out of a moving vehicle.
Nice.
What? You should have called me. I would have formed into the cheetah that I am presently,
Fucking just
and I would have ran in there like,
kid.
and then I would have leaped. You can't see my arms, but they're
Your
extended.
cat eyes probably would have been really good to see in the dark because it was hard to find them.
It's easy to see in the dark, but I can't see the screens very well right
It's
now.
bright out.
That's probably
That's
look how undilated my pupils are. That's
Yeah,
how you can tell,
exactly.
right?
Other than that, went to the White Turkey today. You guys can hear all about that kind of stuff in the preamble and all that good stuff. White Turkey's phenomenal. If anyone hasn't been there and they're from PA or even because they're technically in Conneaut.
Yeah, Northeast Ohio.
Like Ohio. Yeah, PA, Ohio. If you're in the area and you want really good root beer floats and really good, but also honestly knowing it's subpar food, it's great fucking time. Like their food's fine. The root beer floats are what you go for.
I've honestly only been there one time.
I've been going there since I was a kid, honestly, and I love it.
I live in Lake City. I live closer than anybody. Yeah, I've only
Right.
been there once.
It's actually why I went. I used to live in Lake City as well. That's why I went there so many times when I was young.
Oh, there.
Other than that, I chatted today with my madre, and we were talking about if I can get everything together and figure it out, I have a high probability of moving within this next year to one of the cities I actually want to be in.
Nice.
It's a possibility. I have no guarantees yet, but I'm gonna get some assistance looking for jobs, and I'll try to fucking transfer with Best Buy because that's like fine, but I'm honestly probably gonna try to aim like not Best Buy. Anyway.
I don't blame you, man.
Dude, I love Best Buy as a company.
It's time to
Not
move on to
moving.
something different.
It's time to do something new. Exactly.
That's where I'm at.
I want to do something more with like. I don't even know how to explain it. Just more overall.
Yeah. No, we got you.
So yeah, I'm looking at places in Seattle, Jersey, the outer area of LA, and New York City. Jersey's not really expensive. I'm also looking into Austin, possibly.
You don't want to go to
Austin
Jersey.
seems to be booming. I like Jersey. I've been in Jersey a couple times.
You don't want to go. You don't want to live in Jersey.
The only reason I care about Jersey is because it's little New York, and it just you go across you go on the train and you're there in like 15 minutes, and it's cheaper.
Look what you're talking about. Leaving is doing to me. I'm crying right now.
You're crying, Viper.
I am. I can't fucking breathe.
I can tell.
It's gold.
Christ.
I haven't done a ton this week. I play a little bit of more 14. So here's the thing. I really want to get into this game, and I really want to play with you guys. I'm just having a hard time finding. I think maybe I need a new class or something, because like I'm just not enjoying myself at the moment. And I like 14. It's fun. It's just this character I think is just dull to me.
What level are you?
I am 13 or 14.
Once you hit
I played a little bit today.
Once you hit 15, you'll be able to switch classes.
Okay, I'll just have to grind through and see if that changes things. Cause like I need something that's quicker. Cause this sitting there like this for like 4 seconds and then going like that, and there's not even like effects.
What class are you again?
I'm
I'll give
Thaumaturge.
you some effects.
I'm running Thaumaturge, and like I've seen some other mage classes and they look super dope, but those are like high rank mage classes that you can't get till you have a fucking level 60. And I'm like, I don't want to do that. So I'm probably gonna go rogue, like Zach said.
Yeah.
Just because I like speed. I like things as quick as I can. And he told me rogue would be a good one to go with because my end game's probably. Honestly, I want to play Dancer. Dancer looks lit as fuck.
Oh fuck
I've
yeah,
looked at some of the
Dancer's great.
videos. Yeah,
What is
Dancer
this?
looks so
What
sick.
game is this?
Final Fantasy 14.
Final Fantasy 14.
Okay.
Hello?
Everyone's getting back into it.
I heard a weird noise and I'm very confused.
Well, maybe go check it out. Make sure.
I'm
you're not-
very
make
What was
sure
the
there's
noise?
not a
'Cause I heard a
cat
weird noise,
burglar in
too.
your house.
It was like high pitch.
Oh no, mine was
It's a
mine
cat
was lower
burglar.
pitched.
That's the
What
sick-
was
that's
your
the
noise? What
sound.
was your noise?
I think it was a car. Or like a bigger
It might
truck.
be.
I would know because I'm an angelic cat.
Anyhow, I definitely heard a noise that was not from this.
Can you yell? Are you a
No.
cat burglar?
Are you a cat burglar? No. All right. Other than that, I don't think I did a whole. Oh, well, I mean, I played a lot so far. I played a lot of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure: Eyes Over Heaven. Technically $11.99, so $12 on the PlayStation Store. Go fucking get it. I don't even care if you know about JoJo's. This is the perfect place to get into it. And then if you find the character interesting, go watch it from the beginning. Because if you skip parts, I hate you.
And you can join our Discord and talk to us about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, James, if you're available tomorrow night, I would like to do the full synopsis of JoJo's.
Let's do it, please.
Okay.
I've been waiting.
Tomorrow night, that's the fucking plan.
Okay.
You don't work tomorrow, so I'll be out at 7. I'll get home at like 7:30.
Okay. Fucking
All right.
full send. 8-hour
Oh,
discussion.
Yeah. Other than that, honestly, I haven't done a whole lot. I have just been hanging out. I've been getting outside more because Dave, we had a good run. It's not me, it's you. It's you, Dave. I'm sorry. I can't anymore. I'm still keeping up with health precautions, wearing masks from going into public. But the people that I'm hanging out with have also been in fucking quarantine for this goddamn long, and we've all figured we're chilling. Like, it's fine. Went to the bar on Monday. The bars are actually doing a stand-up fucking job of how they're managing all this. And I've applauded them for that. I like that a lot. And I had a lot of fun on Monday. I went to the bar last night. I'll get to there in a second. But no, Monday I got a little sauced. I got a lot of it sauced. I got drunk.
Oh.
Sauced means drunk.
Hip
drunk?
young
Were you a
man's
good-
term.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Were you a
it's
good
what the
drunk
kids
or
say.
were you a aggressive drunk?
I
Were you
am a
cat
talkative.
drunk?
I'm a talkative, honest drunk.
Yeah,
I'll tell you straight up how I feel about
Offensive.
everything. You ask me something, I'm right there.
So you're an offensive drunk.
No, not
Be a
defensive at
dick.
all. If you want, like,
He walks up to the table. He's like, you know what? I don't fucking like you or you
I'm being honest.
or you. And fuck you guys. I love my red hair.
I
No,
don't
it's
look like
actually-
Dennis Rodman, you piece of shit.
no, I'm not confrontational at all, except for the person who was like, fuck me in the background, and I'm like, no, thanks, because I don't think, but I'm not defensive or I'm not like aggressive about anything. I'm
We
like
should think more.
super chill, and I'm like, hey, let's have a conversation.
I like it.
But
I'd have a
yeah,
conversation
that was
with
fun.
you.
I got lied to about. So we went to McDonald's because I had finished up drinking and I needed food, and they were like, "All right, what do you want?" And I'm like, "I want these 2 burgers. I want those." So I get those and I get a medium fry. So we get back to where we were, hop out the car, and I eat a burger. I'm sitting there and I know for a fact I ate this burger because I fell against my buddy's car a little bit. Not like fell, but like I leaned up against it because I needed just to chill for a second. And we were talking, and then like 10, 15 minutes later, I'm like, all right, where's my other burger? And all my friends are all in on this too. They're like, oh, you ate it. I'm like, no, I didn't. Don't lie to me. I didn't eat it. Like, no, really, you ate it. And I'm like, no, where's the burger? And then apparently I was like, I'll look at the receipt. Don't worry about it. I'll look at the receipt. I don't know what the fuck that was going to do.
How is the receipt going to tell you
I
if you ate the
fucking know.
burger? Did you eat the burger? Are you fucking lying? Did you eat it?
Oh, here.
Okay, tell me.
I find out the next day.
It's killing me right now.
I find out the next day. I go to my buddy's work over in Edinburgh. And my buddy talks to me on the way there. He's like, all right, so I'm going to be honest. Tim ate your burger. And I'm like, I fucking knew it. I knew I didn't eat my goddamn burger. And I confront Tim. He's at work. He works at Edinburgh Outdoors. He works at a store. Super chill guy. One of my good friends. And
Piff says never sham a man out of a good burger.
that's what I'm saying. He works at
Well-
an outdoor store.
Well, it's McDonald's, so I mean, is it really that good?
When you're drunk, it's
Oh
phenomenal.
yeah, Yeah, no, it is. It's the best thing ever.
Most food is amazing when you're drunk.
It's accurate. But yeah, I looked at my buddy, looked him dead in the face, put my hand down on the table. I'm like, "You ate my fucking burger." He's like, "Oh shit, you found out." And I'm like, "Goddamn right I did." My boy Hunter told me. He's like, "God damn it." Well, to be honest, everyone else like said I should do it, and I'm like, "Oh, so it's all of your fuckers' fault." Oh yeah, that was grand. Last night we sent off one of our I guess semi-long time supervisors, our good buddy Jacko. We had a little get together for him. Good times. Had a drink or two there. He also has a Twitch. You should go check that out.
What's the Twitch?
His Twitch is Tracerec.
Yep.
And he streams GTA roleplay, and he's fucking awesome. So go give that man some love. He's moving back to his hometown. I think it's his hometown.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's like right by
Okay.
where he used to live.
This hat is really hot.
He's going part-time, right?
No,
No.
he's full-time.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say now that he's part-time, motherfucker doesn't have an excuse to dip out of our podcast to interview him for like the 15th time we've asked him. Yo, do it.
I mean, he's got some free time now, so I mean, we might be able to get him before he goes back. He's got a buffer time before he moves, so.
I wanted to
I'll talk
interview
to
him because he averages like 50 people each time he
also has a
streams,
good sub count, and like he's a
that's why I
great
want to
fucking
interview
dude.
him.
I
Yeah,
love
that's why I wanna
Jacko.
That's why I want to interview him. He's got a very good following for just doing the PD role playing.
Right. But I mean,
That shit
honestly,
is so
other than
fun to
that,
do.
right, dude, I really want to. I want to so fucking bad. But unless we get, hey fans, hey everyone who loves our Level Unlocked podcast, if you have a computer and that's able to run 5M and Grand Theft Auto, come join our 5M server. Well, realistically, come join Schroeder and Mark's 5M server that I'm also a part of because I play in there too. Because it would be phenomenal to be able to get all of you lovely faces in there. Come hang out, enjoy.
It would be awesome.
And
Could you
role play
imagine
with
if
us.
dude, what would you guys do if the next episode
We just have all 5,000 of them.
there was like 1 million people on it?
But no, like seriously, from the bottom of my heart, I hope at least some of you can come over and hang out, play with us, because as much as I enjoy dicking around with the boys on there, you can't do very much with 7 people. You can only do so much. And you guys coming over to hang out would be an honor, and it would be super fun, and I think y'all would have a great fucking time. What is that good old handle that it is? I don't know if the handle is the right word. What the fuck's it called?
Duel. Days of Our Lives.
I
Based on
believe.
What?
I was gonna say I believe the link for that is on your Twitch page, correct?
I believe it is.
As always, you can just message any of us
Yeah.
to become a part of it as well.
Or you can search for it in the 5M server browser. Just start typing in days, and then you should see it.
That is
All right, that works.
and then
Days of Our Lives. Remember when your ma used to sit there and kick you out of the damn room because Stefano was doing some crazy shit or something?
Yeah, so I went to, just for
That's
shits
how you
and
can
giggles,
remember it.
his Twitch page. He's got 4.2 thousand followers on Twitch.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's got like I want to say 300 to 400 subs or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Currently has 360. So that's fucking awesome. So man,
yeah.
if you ever want to be interviewed, it doesn't have to be live on the podcast, but
Yeah, we'll do a
But,
fucking off-air interview.
yep, we can upload
Yeah.
it for our Patreons. And
Yeah, Piff saying next podcast we should do the Weasel News thing. Put that on
Yo,
the
that'd be so cool.
put the Weasel News around it, and then maybe put a little ticker at the bottom that has links to that kind of thing.
Dude, yes.
Ah, okay.
Absolutely.
Gotcha.
The hell's
I
a
think it's a
weasel?
good idea.
What is
GTA
Weasel
News.
News?
GTA.
What's their news company?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The good old iFruit and Weasel News.
Yep.
Other than
Guys,
that,
this
I haven't-
headpiece is real hot. I think I might have to take
Yeah,
it.
just dude, take it,
I was
take it
thinking, I
off.
was like,
Dude, just take it off.
I was like,
This
you guys be
menthol-
fucking sweating.
The menthol in this vape though is like keeping my face tingling. But it's,
all right, that's realistically it for me, boys. How about you, James? So we don't. So Captain Dick doesn't forget you this time. You go next. Love you, bud.
Hey, you guys forgotten me plenty of times, so fuck you.
Name one.
Yeah,
So-
exactly.
I'm always the last to go.
Twice on the last podcast it happened.
Oh, the second time I did that.
Oh yeah, you did that on purpose.
Okay. The first time was honest.
Yes, the first time was. Last time wasn't.
So I played Doom Eternal. I started streaming
How'd
that.
you like it? What's your opinion?
I like it. It's fun. It's Doom.
It's Doom though, right?
It's Doom 2016,
yeah.
but more Doom.
Better glory kills, I would say.
Oh yeah, fantastic glory kills. The glory kills are unbelievable.
The unveiling of Schroeder is coming, ladies and gentlemen.
No, I'm transforming. I'm like
like
Michael
an
Jackson.
animorph.
Animorphs.
Yeah. Would you consider Michael Jackson an animorph, considering he
No.
turned into?
No.
We need to not have this conversation.
Whoa,
I mean,
I'm talking about the
hold
damn
on, wait,
music
no,
video when he
yeah.
turns into
He's
the
talking about
panther.
Thriller, you
Oh,
assholes.
okay, hold on.
Jeez,
Not
racist
Thriller.
bastard.
I don't think. No, he's not. He's not an
Thriller
animorph.
either.
No,
Wait,
he,
he's
no,
a
no, no.
werewolf.
Yeah, he's a werewolf,
I think
not
it
an
was bad.
animorph.
I'm pretty sure it was bad.
No,
Anybody
No,
else?
it was Thriller.
It was
What
Thriller.
It was Thriller.
No,
Yeah.
The
Thriller
werewolf.
was the one where he was the zombie.
Yeah,
No,
and
he's
he
a
was
He
a
also a
werewolf.
werewolf.
But that's
Yeah,
not what I'm
because he went
talking
like this.
about.
Oh, then I don't
I'm
know.
talking about when he turns into a Black Panther and he climbs
Oh, that's
off the
when he's.
car.
Yeah, that's after the bad music video. No.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's bad,
Okay,
bro.
if it's that, then yes,
No,
he's
it's
an
black
animorph.
or white.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
the
no,
song
black and
or
white.
Because then he goes into the alley and starts dancing.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's black or white. 'Cause that's the one with Macaulay Culkin in it.
Oh boy. Okay.
Yeah, no,
Tell
then,
us more,
then
James.
yeah,
Yeah.
Doom Eternal's fantastic.
Podcast is off the
transform
rails
into a
today.
It's going fucking crazy. Yeah, Doom Eternal's great. I really like it. Fuck, what else did I do? I feel like I did stuff, but I.
You played 14.
Oh yeah, I've just been playing 14. That's what's been going on. I've been playing a lot of Final Fantasy 14. And then I also went to our friend's going away party yesterday. Nate was a bitch and decided to leave early. Well,
I had to drive.
I had to drive too, motherfucker.
Yeah, that was
I had to drive like within the next 15 minutes and drive across town.
Excuses. But
I already had plans. I was told that of that thing that day. I don't know what to tell you.
But yeah, I had a lot more to drink. It was so weird going out places. Cuz it just seems like a foreign concept now, going out places. We've been stuck at home for so damn long. And now we're sort of kind of able to explore the
Within
world
reason,
again.
Yeah.
yes.
But it was good to get out of the house. Really
I
good.
felt like I've been feeling like Pocahontas when she's singing that song about going around the riverbend, but she just doesn't because it's just like a little taboo in her thing, so she doesn't really ever go around that riverbend. And James is experiencing the whole other side of the riverbend again.
Yeah.
You happy about it?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it was fun. It was nice going places. That, other than 14, that's been my week.
Didn't you stream Resident this week?
What?
I thought you streamed Resident Evil this week. No, you beat Resident Evil.
Yeah,
That was last week.
Yeah,
That
that
was last week.
Yeah, last week I beat Resi. Last
I
week
thought
I
you
beat.
streamed something this week.
Yeah,
He
Doom
did. He
Eternal.
streamed the,
Oh, and the PlayStation thing.
in the PlayStation
Yeah.
thing, yeah.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you guys don't know this, which I have no idea why you wouldn't know this, James here runs the channel People I Hate Studios. And he's really good about making sure he's on top of shit like every week. Pretty amazing.
Yeah.
actually.
I
Him and
try.
Walker are amazing at this. But James, if there's an event coming up, be sure to check out his channel because he's probably streaming it and talking about what it is at the same time. One of my favorite things is when he says, "World exclusive." Does it so
World
well.
premiere.
That's it.
I was
They need to
disappointed.
fire whoever usually does it and fucking hire you on as a professional world premiere guy.
Thank you.
Because that's what you're about.
Should be a professional world premiere voice actor.
I think so.
Mark, you want to go?
Yeah, sure. My week hasn't been anything too crazy or out of the ordinary. I've been playing a bunch of games as well as working. So, besides work, been playing a bunch of Satisfactory. That's been taking up my last few days. Yeah, it came out on Steam a few days ago. Since I saw that, I was like, oh yeah, I have that game. Maybe I should try it again. And since then, they added 2 more regions, and actually made it to more of a. It's still in like pre-alpha stage or something like that, but it's a lot more of a final and complete game. Like the intro is a lot more. Like there's just a lot more content in it. There's a lot more direction compared to whenever I first played it. So I think I'm about 8 or so hours into my current current save, and I've only been doing that for maybe about 2 days or so. But if you like resource management and automation and all that sort of stuff, I'll definitely take a look into that game. Really neat, and it also has a multiplayer aspect to it.
Nice.
Also played the Master Chief Collection, Halo 3
Yeah,
Flight.
you did. How did it feel? How did it feel to play Halo 3 again?
It was nostalgic. That was probably the best part about it, is that they pretty much brought the entire Halo 3 experience to PC. So like they brought Forge, Theater, the campaign, all that sort of stuff.
Did you mess with
again,
the campaign at all?
Yeah, I played that a few times.
Is it still just as good, would you say, or?
Yeah, it's exactly the same thing.
Okay.
So it's like the same kind of game, just looks a little bit cleaner and probably a bit better optimized, but you're running on different hardware, so it's different. But they did a pretty good job. The only complaints that I really have with it are the issues that I had with the Master Chief Collection in general. The game doesn't necessarily age well for its third release. So, being that they did the Master Chief Collection however many years ago on the Xbox 360, now they're doing it again. Yes, they did the remaster very well. I just feel the game doesn't hold up crazy well as I remember.
Yeah.
Also, the matchmaking system is kind of shit. It's pretty shit, actually. One thing I would say for them to fix it would be to add in voting or map selection or something like that.
Wait, it doesn't have that?
No. Master Chief Collection doesn't have that. Even the released version doesn't have that.
Wow.
So like that's why I didn't play Reach at all, is because every single time I'd want to play a Slayer game type, it would put me in SWAT. And I'd be like, I fucking hate this game. And then I'd just stop playing. So
I thought SWAT was your jam.
Like, I just want to play regular fucking Slayer with assault rifles and shit. Like, don't put me with BRs and DMRs, and I'm gonna get one shot by people that have no life, that live across the world, that are 40 times better than me. Like, the matchmaking is garbage. So, I'm waiting for Halo 3 to come out for the full thing, so I can play on Forge and we can play custom games together. That's what I'm excited for. Like, so I can make something and be like, hey, let's play this. And yeah, that's pretty much my week. I guess I played Mafia 2. That's pretty cool as well. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Mafia 2 is great. Really good game. All right, so let's get on to the news.
Yeah, absolutely, guys. What's going on?
Well, the dream. The news is, that is.
Yeah.
News is always living the dream, just like Nate's mom is. Anyways,
Burn.
Listen here, motherfucker.
Sick
Did
burn,
I miss
dude.
your week, Walker?
Great God.
No, they were being
You were
sarcastic.
Oh, okay. I'm like, wait a minute, because you guys it's been not real strong.
Nothing too special, just same week with different numbers. Pretty much is what it comes down to lately. Apex Legends seems to be the only game
I
that
played
I've been
Apex
playing.
Legends too.
Started off
I
really
forgot
good
about
at that game, and now I'm complete trash. So
yeah, then I start playing it and everyone's trash at it.
Well, remember what Piff says, you learn some new skills, and then you're trash for a little. You're trash in the beginning because you just suck at the game, and then you learn some new shit, and then you're like, I'm the man, and then you start trying some new stuff out, and you're suddenly trash again because those new things you're trying don't always work. Most of the time, they actually don't work.
Well, here's the thing.
Until you get good at it.
Like, when I played Apex on PS4, I don't like to toot my own horn, but I at least was semi-decent.
Were you?
Yeah, I would say
yeah, you actually was.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, he really was.
I was decent at least.
You
And
remember
then
when I played? I wasn't decent at all. I was terrible.
Yeah, it just seems
That
like
was a
now
meat shield.
switching over to PC, I'm just like, I'm fucking trash.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I don't know if it's just the different tier that I'm in now, but yeah, I failed. I've been pretty bad at that game. I'll have one good game out of like 80, so I still have more kills and more wins than I've ever had in ever. So I have 14 wins in this season so far. So, but that was all towards the first half of the season. So maybe hopefully I'll pick it back up. I have downloaded Final Fantasy 14, so that's just a matter of time before I play that. And then I've been weirdly wanting to play Call of Duty, just the regular multiplayer, not Warzone. As
about that?
I don't know, I've always liked that game, and then we just kind of stopped playing it, so then I deleted it. But I've been really wanting to play that for some reason. I don't know why. So I just haven't downloaded that one yet. I probably will. No Final Fantasy 7 this week, unfortunately. But one of these days I will stream. I have the followers. Now I just need to stream. So I have 54 followers. Now it's just a matter of me actually hitting that go live button so I can get the allotted amount of hours to become an affiliate. So that's
awesome.
That's all on me to do that second part. So, but a pretty boring week for the most part. I was able to reschedule the Havasu Falls finally. So that is done. Same week of 2020. Or maybe it'll be interesting how it plays out based on events that we have planned in the future.
Those who don't know, the Havasu Falls is a wonderful little retreat in the wilderness that is catered and taken care of by Indians, yes?
Yes, they're the Havasu Indians. Yeah, it's in the middle of the Grand Canyon. It is basically an oasis with crystal blue water, natural water, freezing cold waterfalls to drink from, and you camp for 4 days. You hike. You can go
magical.
You jump off jump off cliffs into water. Yeah, if you look at pictures of Havasu Falls, you see people walking in the water, and it's just crystal blue.
How do you even spell Havasu? I think there's a J in there, yeah?
Havasu.
There's no J in it, ladies and gentlemen.
No.
You heard it here first, folks.
Havasupai is the actual name.
Controversial.
Havasupai. It's Havasupai reservations. Havasupi.
Havasupi. Havasa. I got another one. Havasu.
Havasu. Yeah, Hava.
Oh, Havasupi. There it is.
Yep, Havasupi. Havasupi Falls.
Look at that. That is the most. That's like, man, that's something out of a movie.
It really is. It's absolutely beautiful. The only shit
How
part
many people go at a time?
Each day people come and go. So it's supposed to run from February to December. But because it's in the Grand Canyon has all 4 seasons. So you go November, December, January, February, March. You have a potential of it being like Erie. So it could be really nice, or you could be fucking freezing your ass off camping.
Just mad. It's all cloudy, wet.
So
Lottie says she wants to go there.
No, it's stunning. It's beautiful. The only downfall is, so you can't drive to the falls. So you drive to a parking lot, you get out of your car, then you hike 8 miles to the falls. There's an Indian reservation with a cafe, everything that you're going to need if you forget shit. And then from there, it's 2 more miles to where you go camping. And you camp at the base of a huge-ass waterfall.
Wow.
So at nighttime, you get the running water behind you, you get the wilderness and all that shit. So it's a lot of hiking. So if, like myself, I kind of got lucky that I'm a big man hiking 10 miles. Oh, I would have done it, but would I have died? Probably yes. But that's the only downfall of that. So, but yeah, that hopefully next year I'll be in better in better form. Still going to Hawaii this year, so October, baby. So we'll see. We'll see what
Good
happens
shit.
next year.
You are you gonna be on the podcast like beachside?
Oh, in Hawaii? Oh,
Yeah.
that'd be fucking amazing. Have the fucking sunset behind me. Let's
Yeah.
do it. I may not be here next Sunday though.
10 miles.
Just as a quick heads up, because that starts this Friday starts my vacation. I probably will, but since we're not going to the falls anymore, I have no reason not to be. So, just a heads up if Nicole yells at me. She already said, "Hey, just so you know, you're not having any electronics." I was like, "Why?" It's like because we're supposed to be in the middle of the Grand Canyon with no cell service, no computers, no nothing for 5 days. So you gotta pretend like you have no phone, no computer, or no game consoles for 5 days. I just looked at her and laughed.
It's madness.
And she was like, "You think I'm joking?" I was like, "Yeah, we would be doing that if we went, but now I don't gotta worry about that for another year." Now
Hey,
I
Adi wants to know what island you're going to.
just regular Honolulu.
Okay.
I'm not. We did want to split it up between Honolulu and the Big Island. The Big Island is where the huge ass volcano is that you can walk up. It's where their active volcano is on the Big Island. But we decided to stay on Honolulu. So, but that's pretty much it for myself. James, really quick before we get into some news, do you want to give everyone a quick shout out to our Patreonies?
I would love to.
I appreciate you.
Massive shout out to our patrons Jeffrey and Morgan. Thank you for supporting the Level Unlocked podcast.
That's not
Yes.
me. That's our buddy Jeff.
Yes.
Thank you guys very, very, very much for that. To start off, how much news do you have other than the Sony stuff?
A
James?
few things. Let me see. One,
Okay.
2, 3, 4.
quick,
I gotta
Pip
scroll
says
for a while.
Pip says, just imagine hiking down the canyon, a slight sound that grows louder and louder by the second, as a mauled man in jorts rips by on a disc sled, listening to Freebird yelling, "It's a dangerous day to be a bear," as he disappears over the next crest.
What the fuck?
Fucking awesome. Oh my god, that'd be absolutely amazing. I'm gonna try to bring a scooter.
I'll get rid
You know,
of this.
you'll get in trouble if you try
One
to.
wheels.
I have
That'd be
5
fucking
things.
amazing.
I have 5 things, Walker.
Okay. I have a couple movie news and TV news. Really quick. So, HBO Max, we talked about that. You're all familiar with it, and how HBO also has other apps. They have HBO Go, HBO Now, HBO, which is on TV, and HBO Max. So, a lot of people are like, okay, what the hell is the goddamn difference between all 4 of these apps that HBO has? So HBO Max, kind of recapping it, is everything. HBO Max puts all the 3 apps combined into one.
That's your definitive edition.
Exactly.
Your game of the year, if you will.
HBO Now is their streaming version of the HBO on television.
So you have
It's
to have
got
HBO,
some
right?
movies. Yes, you actually subscribe to HBO to use HBO Now. HBO Go is their app where they have movies, they have TV shows, you can watch Ballers, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, all of that. So they finally decided, because they originally were like, we're going to keep them all. And then they realized, well, what the fuck's the difference between Go and Max? They have the same movies, the same TV shows. So, as of July 31st, if you are a member in HBO Go, you will have your service discontinued, and you will automatically be registered into HBO Max. The difference is HBO Go is $10 a month. If you don't pay attention and it transfers to HBO Max, you'll be charged $5 extra a month. It'd be charged $15. So if you do have HBO
Just
Go,
get the phone calls now.
yeah.
What is this bullshit?
So if you're not paying attention, you will be charged an extra $5 buckaroos. Bunch of movies finally have release dates that were unknown as to when they were going to be released. Starting with Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman's final release date is October 2nd of this year. Godzilla vs. Kong, the next movie in...
I forgot that was
what
a
the hell's
thing.
that? What's that universe?
The
Like
Kaiju universe?
I thought there was... No, okay, never mind. I was thinking of the Universal Monsters.
Universal Monsters.
Yeah. That will be released on April 1st,
Yeah,
as well as
sure it will.
April 1st, 2022.
Yeah, sure it will.
Piff wants us to know that the biggest show news is actually Dinosaurs is coming to Disney.
Yes. Yeah,
You talking
Dinosaurs.
about TGIF Dinosaurs?
Dinosaurs, the movie, is coming to Disney Plus.
What the hell's
What is
dinosaurs?
Dinosaurs?
Yo, fucking Let's be real. Hamilton's
talking about,
coming
like-
to Disney Plus. That's what's important.
Yes.
TGI Friday? Thank God it's Friday. The lineup that used
Like-
to be like
The monsters that were like they're rhinoceroses, like the trihorns.
Not the mama, not the mama.
Yeah, I know. Okay, I know
Yeah,
what you're talking
yeah,
about now.
that
Actually,
one,
there
yeah,
was the mom was
Triceratops.
the dad was a Triceratops. The mom was a what's that dinosaur in art that is an alert machine? Like if a bad guy comes near,
Parasaurus or whatever.
yeah, Parasaur. The daughter was I think a Triceratops as well.
Yeah, and the
I'm pretty
kids
sure
are
the mom was
Triceratops.
different.
Yeah, that's coming to Disney Plus.
Interesting.
Well, if you didn't need a reason, there it is.
Yeah. And The Matrix 4 now has its final spot of April 1st, 2022 as
Yeah,
well.
sure it will.
So we
Get-
got a bunch of movies
Get it? Get it? 'Cause
that have been re-released that are coming out. Matrix 4, I feel that got pushed back a while. But
yeah,
we'll see.
that's why it's just all a big ruse.
Tenant also got pushed back 2 weeks to July 31st, 2020 of this year. Reasoning being is that Christopher Nolan wanted to make sure that he had enough time to have all the movie theaters open so he can release his new movie. He said in an interview that he's excited to be the first major box office movie to hit the theaters to bring everyone back to the cinema. The producer of The Flash said, keep an eye out next week for an update on the Flash movie.
Ooh.
Yes.
Okay.
Starring the same guy from the Justice League.
Fucking Ezra Miller. I love Ezra
Yep.
Miller, but I don't think he plays Flash very well.
No Time to Die also has released its movie date. It'll be coming out Thanksgiving Day.
Oh wow.
I feel like those days actually are pretty popular for movies, though. I feel Christmas especially.
Yeah,
Once
Thanksgiving
you open
Day.
the gifts.
Thanksgiving Day is
What are you
usually
gonna
a
do
pretty
next?
big one.
We're gonna go see a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the last piece of big news is the Marvel Universe. So we all knew 2 years ago at this point, Disney bought Fox, and made them acquire the X-Men. There's been no news as when the X-Men will be released or anything along those lines until now. A huge movie star, singer actually, is in talks to do 3 films as the new Storm character and potentially will be making her debut in Black Panther 2. And that person is Beyonce Knowles.
I was gonna say it's
No.
probably Beyonce.
Yes.
No.
Yep.
Why?
Powerful black woman playing Storm.
Yep.
Don't you
I
remember the Saturday morning
I
cartoon?
don't like her as just overall. I don't like Beyonce.
Yep.
I don't think should play. No. Oh boy. If they're gonna do Beyonce, there's no way she's getting a fucking mohawk. So they're probably gonna do old school fucking Queen of
White
Lightning
hair.
Storm.
Yeah, Queen.
Yeah,
What's his name? From Mortal Kombat.
like Raiden.
Yeah.
Raiden's
Yeah.
wife.
Long white hair.
Yeah, man, it's Raiden's twin.
But yeah, it was been said in multiple interviews that she is in serious talks with Marvel and Disney, as well as the movie that she wants to debut in was Black Panther, and they felt that was a good time and a good place to start introducing the X-Men was during Black Panther 2, which is slated to be released in 2022.
There's like 3 other people I'm trying to think of that would be better suited for Storm, and I like the old Storm.
Man,
The
that's
person
so
who played
fucked,
Storm
man.
before was phenomenal. Anyhow,
God, what the hell? Oh my God, I'm drawing a blank. Who was Storm? She was also Catwoman.
fucking it's
Oh, Halle Berry.
Shit.
Halle Berry.
Yeah. Halle Berry played a
Catwoman
Storm
and
back in the
Storm.
day.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, Catwoman, you could do that because that's DC and Marvel, and that
Yeah.
Catwoman movie was awful.
Yeah, that's
The
true.
game was worse.
Yeah. So we will see. We will see also too. Speaking of Catwoman, you remember how I said that they are redoing the Catwoman series
Sure.
because of what's her name quit.
Yeah, she got.
Oh,
she almost
yeah.
Yeah, she got messed up, didn't she?
I think I talked about how my feelings were at that last week.
It's not loading. They
Fucking-
have.
Not a Reeves, isn't it?
Ruby Rose.
Like Catwoman.
Actually, Keanu Reeves is being looked at for someone, and he is heavily contemplating. He says John Wick is pretty much over.
Oh, I think I did hear about this.
John Wick is being looked at for somebody in the good old end. Ow, see you.
It'd be the only good part of those movies.
You're a liar.
By the way, I watched John Wick for the first time the other
Oh,
day.
it's so good.
The
I
first
have
one.
3 sitting over here. I still haven't seen the second one.
Three's the best one.
You know, I feel like at least in the way I'm going to be looking at it, I think the first one's always going to be the best. I think they're just milking a cow now. And
No,
it could have ended at 1 and I'd be happy.
they could have, but they just made it better each one. It's like the Raid. Like the Raid 1 was fantastic, and then the Raid 2 was even better.
Yeah,
It's hard.
Go ahead. What were you saying?
I was saying, it's hard for me to ever say a sequel was truly better than
Oh, I can
the
easily say
original.
that. I can say that right now.
Number 3 was the best one.
I can see two. I could say like 2 movies right now where the sequel was better than the original.
Minus the Raid.
Yeah, minus the Raid
What?
and
what are we
John
talking
Wick. The Lord of the Rings, Two Towers, was better than the original Lord of the Rings, and Empire Strikes Back was better than Star Wars: A New Hope.
That one, yes, a lot. That's a
So-
big one. A lot of people feel that was the best Star Wars out of all.
It-
of them.
it
I
was.
don't feel that way, but
Which one?
What?
He says Empire Strikes Back
Yeah.
was better than New Hope.
Yeah.
A lot of people feel that's like the best one.
Yeah.
I personally don't feel that way, but I know a lot of people do.
So, like with John Wick, is it all the exact same consistent story, or is this a different thing that he's involved in? Completely separate thing that he's involved in.
What is that? What happened with 1 and 2? Did you see the second one?
No. That's what I'm asking. I watched the first one,
It's-
so I'm asking if these next 2 are exactly the same
It's a
storyline.
continuation of the
Yeah.
story.
But
like,
the story
to a T.
ended.
It's
Trying to find.
At
it.
the
Well,
end of the
movie
first
that
one,
I-
that
Well,
one
yeah.
was done.
yeah. This is kind of a second chapter
All right,
of
let me
it.
try
He
this.
does some new stuff, and then the end of 2 leads immediately into 3. Like it's
See, that I can respect.
it's
My
like
biggest
10.
prob-
3's like
It's like
10
the
minutes
same movies.
later.
Okay. So like my biggest problem with sequels and me not being able to say they're better than the originals is that a lot of the time they're not the same fucking movie anymore. They're completely separate things, but they're still in the same universe and like with some of the same characters and all that stuff. Like, which is one of the reasons that I say like as much as I love Endgame and Infinity War, Avengers was the best one due to the fact that it started it and it's all one gigantic constant up until a crescendo. As to where, like, say with John Wick, mind you, I haven't seen the second one or third one, but the first one, my John Wick that I saw, that was done. That was over. The story
Well-
was there.
Piff says it all follows a continued storyline,
Yeah.
and there's 0 continuity issues. Everything works.
It does surprisingly well.
I don't, maybe that one works
It's-
just fine, but
yeah.
there are a lot of movies out there that don't fucking do that.
It's
I
almost
will
like
throw
they
one
wrote.
into the air.
Yeah, go for it.
Real quick, if you guys haven't seen it, it's on Netflix right now. It's called Polar, Polar.
I've heard of that and I've wanted to check it out.
Like Polar
Bro,
Express.
if you like John Wick, you're gonna love Polar because it was, in my opinion, it's possibly more savage. I don't know. I enjoyed it a lot.
See, like, I don't know that actor, so that's why I've never given it a shot. I don't know anyone in that
It
movie.
was great. If anybody's seen it, let me know. Good movie.
I'll check it out.
The last thing
Polar.
that I can't find it, but essentially they're bringing in a new Catwoman. It's going to be a completely different Catwoman. It's not going to be the same one.
Good. Thank God.
They aren't going to put a new person onto the same character. They're going to be recasting the character as itself using a different Catwoman entirely. I found the article who they were looking at, but I don't remember who it was. And then speaking of the Lord and Savior himself, Keanu Reeves, Bill and Ted's Awesome Adventure 3 trailer released this week.
I've heard about that.
Pretty hilarious. If you haven't seen the other movies, you honestly won't get it. But a lot of people are looking forward to this movie. I think it's gonna be pretty funny. So that's all I have for movie and music news. Not music, but you know what I mean.
Movie news.
It's a sequel. Changed my mind.
All right, so let's get into. We'll do the PS5 stuff last. That's gonna take like 800 years. EA announced that Need for Speed Heat, the latest entry in their hyper popular series, will be getting crossplay in the next update. It's going to be crossplay. It'll be the first EA game that will have crossplay with PC, PS4, and Xbox One. This one is from VG247, talking about Naughty Dog. As we know, coming up Friday is the highly anticipated Last of Us Part 2 coming out.
Sure is.
So, they asked Naughty Dog, what about the future? So, in an interview with GQ, Naughty Dog spoke about a few things, but they also teased about what's next. As we know, they are working on the HBO adaptation of The Last of Us. But game-wise, they are saying, quote, from Neil Druckmann, he is basically the head of Naughty Dog, and then also he is the guy who wrote The Last of Us, or one of the writers. Quote, so yeah, the next thing could be Part 3, referencing The Last of Us. The next thing could be some new IP. So, we might see Last of Us Part 3 be a brand new IP.
Question for it.
Yeah.
Give us a new open world Crash Bandicoot game.
Do you? So you
They don't
keep
own that
up with,
anymore.
I imagine you keep up with Naughty Dog relatively well. At least you know probably a decent amount about it, more than I do.
Yeah.
But are they complete? Is Uncharted done? Completely and utterly gone?
Nathan
Do you know
Drake's
anything about
story
that?
is done.
Okay.
They haven't.
I figured that from the way it ended, but
yeah.
with that mini game, I guess I would say with his daughter, I feel like I wonder.
Yeah, they said that Nathan Drake's story's done. Will they go back and explore other characters, like his daughter? It's a very high probability that they will. All I care about, and we'll talk about this with the PlayStation 5 stuff, just give me a new fucking Jak and Daxter already.
Please!
Just give me a new Jak and Daxter. With all the stuff that they revealed at the PlayStation 5 stuff, that made me just go, holy shit, they've remembered this franchise. Just give me a new fucking Jak and Daxter.
Since you seem to
get
also
into
be excited, do you? So obviously, this is complete and utter speculation. It'll probably never happen. But do you think there's any possibility that they could do a multiplayer in a Jak and Daxter world, like not an MMO, but like a multiplayer?
I don't know about that one, Chief.
I feel like that would be cool.
I feel like
Naughty 2 players, like co-op story, like one Jax, and one Daxter, one
Jak, one Dax.
Country 2.
What?
Yeah.
You got 2-player where your buddy can play as the other monkey.
Yeah.
Or like Odyssey, based off like how Odyssey run.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I could see something like that, but I know Naughty Dog is not a company that really makes anything online.
Yeah.
And whenever they do, it's not great. Let me tell you, as cool as The Last of Us multiplayer was, the concept behind it, there's a reason they took it out of the remaster. There's a reason
Uncharted's multiplayer wasn't good either.
No, there's a reason they took out Uncharted 2 and 3's multiplayer from the Nathan Drake collection.
See, what everyone truly wants is the Uncharted movie that's been developed for 17 years.
It's not gonna happen.
And
gonna
will be released when Tom Holland can play the adult
Sully.
version.
When Tom
And
Holland
they
plays Sully.
cast it in younger.
Yeah, there you go. It'll just be a constant cycle.
Yeah. And then that person gets pushed out because it got pushed back even
I mean,
more.
if you want to talk about movies that are never coming out, when's the Halo movie coming out?
When's the Call of Duty movie coming out?
Yo, when what is it? Never mind. I can't remember the movie at the top of my head. But there was
Now's
another
the
movie.
Earthworm Jim movie gonna come out?
That would be fucking awesome.
That would be amazing, wouldn't it?
No,
Sure.
I guess the biggest question is the one that we always cycle back to.
When's Gambit coming out?
When is
Never.
Super Mario Bros. The movie coming out?
It
Live
came out
action.
and it was terrible, and we need to not talk about that.
No,
movie.
they never made a Super Mario Bros. Movie.
Well, they made what, Mario Bros?
They never made it's
Yes,
never
they
been made.
did.
It's never been made.
Oh, it was like my comment to my
Well,
friend the other day. They never made an Avatar: The Last Airbender. But yeah, they didn't. No, they didn't.
Yeah, it's just like
Remember,
a live.
Jane hates that movie.
It's like a live action Dragon Ball Z movie.
I
Like
hate the fact
they
that you
never
do not
We
care
haven't had
for
that
the
yet.
They never-
Mario
they never made
movie
that. I'm
because
surprised.
It is a piece of art.
I'm surprised that
What
you know,
Mario
Piece of.
I'm surprised that
Are you kidding
no
me?
one with the popularity of Dragon Ball Z. I'm surprised no one's made a live action Dragon Ball Z movie.
Honestly, dude.
Or
I feel the same way about Avatar: The Last Airbender.
I'm also surprised no one's ever made a live action Death Note movie that in
Wonder-
America. I'm
So something
I'm
that really
shocked.
gets me is how do we not have a live action Doom movie?
Yeah,
I'm
that's
really
weird.
confused about that.
Yeah, that's crazy. I would feel like
Doom was one of the biggest
know-
games in like the 90s.
They're
yeah.
trolling because those movies are complete shit.
yeah, like
What do you
Doom was
mean? I've never-
awesome.
I mean, you
They
could
don't
you
exist.
could have
What
like
do you mean?
you could
I
have
do
someone
hate
like
you guys right
The
now.
Rock.
You guys are bashing
In
all
it.
my favorite movies.
The Rock would be cool.
Yeah, you'd be
Big
really cool and
Fucking gun. Hey
John
guys.
Leguizamo, was in that piece of art that is known as the Mario fucking movie.
hey, so you guys remember like 5 minutes ago when
Thank
I
you,
said
Nick.
that Need for Speed Heat was getting crossplay?
Yeah.
It's not anymore.
What?
Another game's getting crossplay. No Man's
What
Sky.
game?
No Man's Sky's gonna
Ooh.
get crossplay with
Ooh,
PC.
That's cool.
Xbone and PlayStation 4.
Did it?
Yeah.
Yes.
My cousin's saying that the Mario movie foreshadowed 9/11. What are you saying? What does that mean?
Speaking
Real?
of crossplay, Microsoft said in a conference, I don't know if you have this or not, James, that they are going to be not the evolutionary, but they are going to be the industry leaders in cross-play games. That they are going to be making it a standard for all games of theirs to be cross-platform.
Well, yeah, because the
They're the first
the
company
Xbox
to
is
come out
just
and
a
say it.
Your mom's
PC,
cross-platform.
It's true.
so it makes it super easy. So, over the week, over this past week, Call of Duty Modern Warfare Season 4 was released.
It was.
It was a big update. It was a really big update.
I don't know how my system has any room on it anymore.
It was an oops update.
It was a big oops update. So,
I didn't hear about that.
on the PC, it was a 45 gig update. 32.375 gigabytes on the PS4 and 44 gigabytes on Xbox One. However, if you were on Twitter at the time that this download went live, you would see a hashtag trending worldwide. Hashtag 84 gigabytes. Apparently, some Xbox One users reported what's supposed to be a 44 gig download update was actually 84 gigabytes.
Yes.
Bringing that game to damn near close to like 250 gigabytes.
It's a big ass game.
Microsoft came out and said that was a huge error, and their systems glitched during the update, causing the update to double in size. That it was not supposed to be that big, and they apologized for any inconveniences. The only fix right now is to completely uninstall the game and reinstall it, or wait until they release a patch, and that patch will fix the double the size storage glitch.
So you have to completely uninstall this gigantic fucking game to fix the game being even bigger.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
so fucking
wild.
dumb. It's so dumb.
Big ass game.
What game is this?
Call of Duty.
Modern Warfare.
That's really big for that type of game.
That full is because it also includes the separate game of Call of Duty Warzone,
and then also
their battle royal.
Yeah, and then
So,
the other mode that no one plays.
So I was interested, like, why those games are so big in terms of like size compared to like previous games. Do you guys know why at all?
Why?
No, why?
I'm
Details?
actually
I have no idea.
curious.
Why?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the way that things are rendered. So from my understanding is that, let's say you render a street with a stop sign on there, and that's one of your maps. And then some other map that is not even loaded right now also has a similar street with a stop sign somewhere else. The way that they render their stuff, that stop sign and street is created twice, or has two different like spaces in memory.
Huh.
And the reason why is that it's more efficient, rather than saying, "Hey, point to this place and look for the stop sign." It's already there.
Oh,
But
so almost they have
the
like
trade-off
rendered.
is space.
they kind of
Yeah.
almost have like a low poly model and a regular high fidelity model.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
cool.
Actually,
That's what a lot of
Science, ladies and
a lot of
gentlemen.
games do that. A ton, but
Now we
usually
know.
usually the low poly models stay low
Yeah.
poly forever.
Hey James, weren't you talking to me about that a while ago?
Yeah.
About like exactly how that works and everything?
Yeah.
Okay. That's super cool.
pretty neat.
Oh yeah, all that
You
stuff
haven't
is
learned
so
anything
interesting.
from the Level
Didn't know
1
that.
podcast. There you go.
That's a lie.
You
Yeah.
learned about why Call of Duty's so big.
Sit up for school, motherfucker.
It's gonna be on the pop quiz at our year-end on our
Yeah.
year-end episode for all of our viewers.
Wouldn't that be something? We'll have a little
Yo,
contest. You can
you just
answer
gave
both
me an
questions
idea.
correctly.
We'll talk about that later. Well, you just,
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
just
well-
gave me an idea.
The last thing
Right
before we get to the gigantic stuff, probably the biggest news, at least in my opinion, the biggest news of this week is something near and dear to my heart got re-released, and it also killed something off super hard. Persona 4
Could it
Golden's
be?
now on Steam. Persona 4 Golden has been released on Steam. It is $20. It's out right now. Everyone can throw away their PlayStation Vita now because it's completely
no.
useless. It's completely useless. There's no reason to own a Vita anymore. Fucking
That's
Persona
funny.
4 Golden's great. Play Persona 4, you fucking cowards.
Hey, I've already watched JoJo's and got invested in that. I can't jeopardize my time anymore on anything else.
Listen, bud. You'll put about 100 and some hours into that game, and it'll be
I
the
put 100 some hours into JoJo's.
yeah. So you could also put 100 some hours into Persona.
There will be a
Everything is
time when
great
you'll
at
say,
your Juness.
There will be a point where you're like, I've had enough JoJo's for now. What should I play next? Well, have we got the game for you?
Persona. You could be you. You could play as you, man.
Fucking forearms hurt. I forgot to
I
add.
can play as
in my-
you?
You.
You!
Exactly.
Takamura.
Alright, Walker, why are you flexing over there? Who are you showing off for?
It's getting swole.
No, my forearms hurt. I forgot to put in my week that I worked out yesterday for the first time. In
Ever?
a while. No, not ever. Dick. No, it was. We went to we were supposed to go to the gym, but then Nicole decided she wanted to go to the track, so that was a mistake and a half.
I love going to the track.
Now when it's 102.
That's fair.
Jesus.
There are times where I've gone to the turf, I laid
Yeah.
down, and I saw the
Yeah.
heat waves just
Yep.
consistent. It's so
my,
terrifying.
my
Mhm.
forearms, I'm trying to stretch out because like all of this, because we did a bleacher workout. It involved
Oh.
like push-ups and stuff
Yep.
like that. So my forearms are just crazy, crazy, crazy tight. So
Getting
that's
swole.
why I keep doing this because I'm trying to stretch my forearms out. Knocking
Honestly,
on fake doors.
what I would do is put if you have the ability to, and it's not gonna like wreck your shit. Put your arms on your desk and just stretch upwards. It'll pull out the forearm area, and it'll also help your where your arm fucking the joint right there. I
Yeah.
don't know what that's called,
The,
but yeah, if you do
the,
that and you like lift upwards, and it usually helps.
the elbow
You know
pit.
what else?
Thank you.
Yeah,
See, I don't lift. You know what I do? I take a whole gallon of milk and I just dump a whole thing of Hershey syrup into it, and then I just drink that.
God,
I
that
mean,
would be
so if
death
you-
for me.
if you go work out, you'll have a reason to drink all that because
Sure.
in sports, they'll actually have a lot of the people go drink chocolate milk afterwards because it's a little bit of protein and the sugar and the calcium, all that shit helps refuel you. Well, my buddy's hockey coach actually used to have the entire team drink a whole thing of chocolate milk right after a game because it would help. But yeah, that's a fun fact. I don't know.
Man, it's a good
Nice.
thing I didn't play hockey for
Yeah,
your
I
buddy's
would throw
coach.
up
I would be
everywhere, dude.
dead. Every
Yeah,
game I would
come
lose.
on.
I would be dehydrated at the end of every game.
That's why you drink the chocolate milk after.
No,
I'm
no,
lactose
that chocolate.
intolerant.
Yeah,
It'd
the
be a bad
chocolate.
time.
The chocolate milk would make me dehydrated
Oh,
because it would just go
Well, you
in
have
and
water,
then just
too.
gone.
oh, that's fair. Understood.
I've done that. It's not a good time.
No,
Yeah, like I've been there.
been there, done that. Not a fan. 0 out of 10.
Mark, I know you had some stuff. You want me to go first, or you want to go?
That was pretty quick, so it's up to you.
No, go ahead.
So the good old data miner Ninja strikes again. She
Hey.
figured out a tool how to make let me get back talking in circles. Let me slow down real quick. So the good old Animal Crossing Ninja created another tool for us predicting the weather in your Animal Crossing world. If you're interested in it, just look up Neo Nook Alpha, which is like meteorology, but METEO Nook Alpha, and that'll get you to it. Pretty much what you do is you input your time saying, oh, this is what the weather is right now, and it'll find the pattern, and you can predict the weather for your future Animal Crossing game.
Nice.
Nice.
That will help with catching fish and bugs and that kind of stuff. Fill out that
So
compendium.
I thought it was pretty cool.
That's neat.
Can't
Science
that also-
again.
can't that
Science
also-
strikes again.
Can't that also predict meteor showers? I think I
I
read
believe
that
they
it was-
also did put out a tool. Yeah,
What else you got?
pretty well. The last thing that I got is that a man suing Apple for $2 priceless trillion for an Apple repair done in 2018.
I
What
fucking
the
saw
fuck?
that.
What?
Explain,
Those words again?
So
$2 priceless trillion, by the way.
yeah,
I like
How
that.
is a priceless $1 trillion?
I don't fucking
Isn't that kind of an oxymoron?
Yeah, I think.
so it's for one iPhone 7, which is for $1 trillion. iOS 12, which was on the phone whenever you got it repaired, which I guess you can't get it now, so that's for $1 trillion. For the guy's personal mentality, that's priceless. And then for the total amount is $2 priceless trillion or USD.
Okay.
So what happened?
So the
Now you
reason
know.
why this gentleman is suing is there were filings on June 1st by Mr. Ravon Terrell Parker in the United States District Court of Missouri for Apple taking away his phone from him. The reason why this matters to him is that he went to Apple for a repair. He went to St. Louis to get an iPhone repair that was completely unrelated to him getting a whole unit replacement. So they replaced the whole device out for him and said, "Hey, here's your phone back. We fixed it for you. It's good to go." He got it back, opened it up, took a look at it, and apparently he's an iPhone developer, at least
That's
according to
not
this
my
story.
phone.
Yeah, he opened it up and first noticed was like, "That's not my phone." It's like, I developed this stuff. It needs to be on iOS 12.0.1. And I have patents on something on there that runs on iOS 12.0.1. And now it's not on there and I can't do it. And you're ruining my livelihood. So...
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem too difficult to rectify, though.
Yeah,
Would it
I
be?
mean,
Maybe for Apple.
yeah, honestly, Apple's probably just gonna settle out of court and be like, "Yo, here's a phone and a bunch of money, and don't talk about it ever again."
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I don't know. Maybe I'm completely wrong here, but it doesn't seem like that's too big of a deal because you can jailbreak in reverse all the way back to, I want to say, iOS 10 or so now. Like, you have that ability. Like, so
Yeah,
you could
but
just go back and
yeah,
do
he
it.
shouldn't have to do that because Apple took
Yeah.
away his ability to do that like before.
yeah.
Or
Or
if the
yeah.
unit needed a whole unit replacement, I don't know what to tell you. I don't.
see what you, oh, okay. I see what you're getting at. You're saying if you needed a whole unit replacement, you needed a whole unit replacement.
Right. Like, it's not something that you're just like, oh, maybe this part was not fixable. Maybe it's just easier for everybody in the long run to get a whole unit replacement. And that's really what Apple does for the most part anyhow.
Yeah,
like,
they do.
Don't you
They
know
are
that?
way more likely just to replace it than to.
Yeah. Like, that's been their thing since they've had Apple Care. Like, why are you... I don't see how this wasn't like a possible foreseen outcome. That's just my thing. I don't know.
in
Nobody
the
warned them.
in the police filing, part of it says the attendant at the Apple Store fixed the device, but kept it by deceiving the plaintiff, knowing that it was the first phone to have new features. Verbatim is what it says. So it's the same
Jesus.
phone, it just has new features. You know,
Oh my god.
and
That's not the right wording, I would say. 'Cause like, I don't know. That seems weird.
at the time of the publication, no court date has been set for the lawsuit, but we'll let you know if I hear anything.
Oh my
We'll
god.
keep you
Fucking people.
posted.
Now you
Dude,
know.
priceless $1 trillion. That's fucking... He's high. He's high as shit.
People
No,
who have
'cause
money,
I
that are
I
sue happy.
sometimes do that, and I wouldn't even do anything like that.
Oh, people that are sue happy.
Yep.
The fucking anything and everything.
Wouldn't the patent still... The
Oh.
patent still exists regardless, though.
Yeah. It
Like,
would.
maybe he's not able to get
Well-
back into it and tweak things. Obviously, that would be an inconvenience for sure. I totally understand that. But he'd still be getting his money because the patent still exists in his name.
Right,
But
but
let's
if
say-
he can't do anything with it. He can't.
He can't
Continue
do anything
develop it.
further with it.
But why would you have a
That's what I said,
patent?
like, that's a concern, yeah.
Yeah, like, why would you patent something that only you can use though? Like, that's the thing. It's like, why go
Yeah.
through
Well,
that?
maybe
home
he's
automation or something.
yeah, maybe he's
you have to pay to have shit patented.
That's like $100 a year or some shit. It's fucking... It's
Yeah.
not cheap.
Yeah,
Oh, no,
I'm
not
gonna-
patent. My fault. Develop. Apple's like $100 a year.
I'm gonna patent this program, and I'm the only one that's ever gonna be able to use it on this specific thing that's gonna be outdated tomorrow.
well, maybe
Right.
maybe it's a start. Maybe he patented it right now, so he has the patent for when he can release it
Why
fully.
the fuck would you
Push
say
it
that on
over
your
to
phone
the new
too? By the way,
My thing is, how is it... if it's on something
Right.
that 90% of the population that has an iPhone, it doesn't use 12.0.1, which is uber specific, that it only works on that. That seems like a flaw in your own design. I don't know what to tell you.
yeah, I agree with that. And why would you save a patent for a design on a phone?
Like, your phone
Whatever.
is so
It's-
old, like the software is so old. It wouldn't ever, if he only ever develops it for that, he'll never be able to get it caught up with what everything else is on to continue the work. It's wild. I totally see why the upset is there. It's just, he's high as shit if he thinks he's suing for any amount of that kind of money. And
yeah,
it seems
apparently this isn't the first time this guy has done this sort of thing.
Oh,
Of
okay.
course not.
Interesting.
Of course it isn't.
He's one of them.
Yeah, further reading into it, he brought in a lawsuit in 2019 that was dismissed by the court.
Nice.
So it's just his second lawsuit against Apple about something similar, I guess.
Seems like he just
so-
wants to sue Apple.
Yeah,
Like I said,
I
some
don't
people
know.
are just sue happy. You do anything wrong with certain, you're getting sued.
Definitely read into it. It seems very interesting.
Yeah, it's always fun when working at Best Buy as a manager when the corporate office calls you. Hey, this guy threatened to sue us. What happened? Could you explain the situation here? I'm just like, I'm like, this
That's
is
all
what
that I
happened.
got for news.
I got a few quickies. So, Hellblade 2. Microsoft confirmed that Hellblade 2 will be using the Unreal 5 engine.
I am looking forward to that game. I really want to play. I still have to play the first one, but that preview.
Yeah, wasn't that preview with the fucking
Amazing.
Death Viking music and shit?
Oh my gosh, it put me.
Yep.
Man,
Yeah.
I ended up looking up that music for a while. For like a week, I was like, boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Shit was crazy.
That game will be utilizing the Unreal 5 engine during its release, which means those graphics are gonna be
Stellar.
It's gonna look
they're gonna be
crispy.
stunning. Speaking of Microsoft, they are releasing a new mobile app. The Xbox console companion, I think that's what it is, app. If you paid attention to it on the computer, it hasn't been like you have it, but no one ever uses it.
Yeah.
So they are developing an app that will combine that Game Pass Project X, and that basically will be streamlined across all platforms, including phone. Kind of like how PlayStation has. Like PlayStation has a pretty good app, I think.
I love it.
You can access the messages, you can message people, do all of that. So Microsoft is developing their own app that will allow basically a streamlined user interface through all platforms. So we will see
Nice.
when that comes available. There is no ETA on the release of that yet. I'll save that for a little bit here. I had something else from Xbox. Maybe not. Do
Xbox
you guys
on.
remember Surgeon Simulator 2?
Yeah, I remember Surgeon Simulator, and then
Really?
Surgeon Simulator 2 is announced.
Yeah. So, Surgeon Simulator 2 was a YouTube sensation in 2013. Basically, you simulated being a surgeon. Well, it's being re-released.
Well,
and
poorly.
it's being re-released with multiplayer. You and 3 other friends can now do surgery on an individual. It'll be released in August, sorry. It'll be a part of the Epic Game Store and is rumored to be free.
I was just gonna ask, is it gonna be made in Unreal? And then you're like, it's on the Epic Game Store. I'm like, fuck. Yep.
Oh my goodness.
Of course it is.
I can see it now. We're all going to be in surgery working diligently to save the life of somebody. And then fucking Walker's going to hear his doorbell ring because DoorDash done showed up. And then we're going to fucking lose the patient because you're too busy snacking on fucking barbecue sauce.
Pretty much.
He's snacking on barbecue sauce.
So
What
during
the fuck?
surgeries, one player will be in charge of checking the balance and vital signs. One will be in charge of administrating the proper medical medicine, as well as 2 will be in charge of hacking away at the internal organs, to say the least, to save the other person's life.
Oh my
Taking
goodness.
away at the internal organs to save a life.
Yeah.
That's what
It's
it
also
says.
a
Interesting.
fourth player
Dude,
that would deal with all
Surgeon
the
Simulator
HIPAA
is
paperwork.
such a crazy game.
So yeah, so if we want a game to play August, man, we're fucking doing some surgery. It's supposed to be
That
free.
sounds good.
So
I'll play that with you guys.
yeah. So yeah, but that I saw that, I was like, that's fucking hilarious. I remember that game.
Anybody need some haircuts and surgery? We got you.
Oh hell yeah! Another game that is being remastered and re-released. The game 13.
Yep.
So if you were,
13.
yes,
Good old,
if you were,
good old Suda 51, I think, or Swery 65, one of the two.
was 13 was a stylish first-person shooter.
13 was so good.
Basically,
It was so good. It was an on-rail
Oh, is it?
shooter. Yeah, it was an on-rail
Xbox
shooter.
360.
All right, I'm gonna look at that. Is it spelled
Wait, no, not-
13 or is
not-
it just 13?
It wasn't 360.
spelled
It was original
I thought it came out
Xbox.
for the
Original
I thought it
Xbox
was
and
360.
PS, or original Xbox, GameCube, and I think PS2.
Oh, I do remember this.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
that was
it's
Suda 51.
Roman numerals 13, but spelled out 13.
Yes, it kind of plays a little bit like a comic book, Bendy and the Ink Machine, kind of
So the
first-person shooter.
The Cult Classic was first released in 2013, published by Ubisoft.
Oh no, I'm thinking of a different game.
It stars 13, an Insomniac caught in a conspiracy and grappling with the truth after being accused of assassinating the president. We had previously seen concept art and screenshots that basically take the game and make it brand new. I think 2003, that would have been original Xbox.
Yeah,
wouldn't it have been?
it was OG
Yeah.
Xbox, and I think original just OG Xbox. I was thinking of Killer 7.
I got
Killer 7, which was
I
came
know
out in
I've
05.
seen this game, but I've never played it.
It's not bad.
So I've never actually played it, but I have seen it. But it is being remastered and re-released. Another game that is being released. It is called was the Almighty and the PlayStation thing.
The Almighty.
Yeah, it's called Almighty. Kill Your Gods is the game.
You mean
It was in the PlayStation
Godfall?
event. No, the game's actually called Almighty. Kill Your Gods is the name of the game. I wasn't sure if that was in the
No.
PlayStation event. Okay, well I'll talk about it then. So it was at a different showcase. It was the launch title. So for I don't even know how to even say that.
I don't even...
Gorilla
Gorilla?
Collective Showcase.
Yeah,
Maybe.
Gorilla.
Yeah, kicked off their showcase with an exciting new game. It is called Almighty Kill Your Gods. It is versus evil. It is a co-op game, much like Monster Hunters.
It's gonna
a
be
major
shitty Monster
component-
Hunter.
A major component of Almighty is teaming up with other hunters to bring down giant, gruesome monsters. The hunters are able to glide through the air, sprint on all fours, use melee and projectiles to attack and kill their foes, and it appears you'll be able to harvest their parts.
Yeah, it's just
Sounds kind of
It's just-
savage.
it's just Monster Hunter.
Is it? Okay.
It's that
It's made by a different company.
it's just Monster Hunter, except probably not as good.
It is not no release date, but you can pre-order it on Steam. Yeah, Almighty Kill Your Gods is what it's called. That is a new edgy co-op RPG is what they are calling it. I'm assuming the edgy comes from the fact that you can harvest the people you kill's organs. Last couple things that I have. Nintendo has slashed their prices on all the Resident Evil games, which is awesome. Each game is discounted at least 50%, and you have until the 17th at 3 a.m. to take part in the lower prices. So that is absolutely huge. This is in relation to what James will be talking about here soon in the PlayStation segment of our podcast, as well as Resident Evil decided to release some numbers.
Oh yeah.
So, Capcom's beloved horror franchise has released their numbers due to the announcement that we'll be talking about soon. Resident Evil franchise has surpassed 100 million units sold total worldwide. Resident Evil debuted in 1996 and has become a sensation ever since.
All right,
80%.
guys, here real quick. Here's the question: do I buy Resident Evil 4 on the Switch right now? It's $15.
Haven't you beaten every one of them?
I've beaten
Haven't
every
you played
version
four,
of.
like 4 times.
I've played 4 way more than 4 times.
400 times.
Yeah, I've beaten it on
So-
almost every console.
So the thing is, I was gonna say that you said
Switch?
you beat it on every console. Now it's on the Switch, so now it's kind of like you're almost half obligated to continue that trend.
Well, I haven't beaten it on Xbox
You don't
One.
want to be a liar.
Yeah,
I haven't beaten it
You
on
don't have an
Xbox One.
One.
Exactly.
Choose it on the Switch.
You can stream that.
I already did a full
Until,
Let's Play of it.
Okay, well, just saying, just an idea. You don't have to.
I could do a speed. Oh, I've been meaning. I want to do a speed run. There's a eat lunch percent in Resident Evil 4 that I want to start
Nice.
running. Start running. It's like 5.5 minutes.
Let's fucking do it.
Shit.
With that being said, its most
Oh.
successful game to date was actually Resident Evil 2 Remake.
Mm-hmm.
Within the first couple days, it had already sold 3 million copies. And to date, it is upwards of almost 10 million copies plus. just for the PS5, PS4.
Oh my word.
Yeah. 100 million copies total from 1996, and that includes 7 mainstream games plus 2 remakes plus every other console it was been released on.
Well, okay,
and then all the extras.
so hold on. We got Resident Evil, the original. We got Resident Evil Director's Cut.
Yep.
We have Resident Evil DualShock Edition.
Yep.
Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3, Outbreak File 1, Outbreak File 2, 0, Survivor, 2 on the Gamecom. We have 4. 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 We have 4.
How many fours?
Every single console.
GameCube, PS2, Wii, Xbox 360, PS3, PS4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, iOS, PC, Steam. So there's 11 versions of Resident Evil 4.
Heavens, that's a lot of different versions of a game.
There's Resident Evil Remake. Remake. There is Umbrella Chronicles 1 and 2. Umbrella Corps, Operation Raccoon City. We've got Code Veronica, Code Veronica X. We have Resident Evil 2 on the PS1, which we already counted, N64, Dreamcast, GameCube, and then PS3. We have Resident Evil 0 on the GameCube. We got 0 on the PS4, Xbone, and Switch. We have
Resident Evil 2 Remake.
Yeah, RE2 Remake, RE3 Remake, RE7. And those are on all the consoles except for Switch.
Yep.
And then there's another one that I'm missing. Oh, Resident Evil Gaiden on the Game Boy Color. We also have Dead Aim, I think it was called. Resident Evil Dead Aim, which was a light gun game.
Yep.
Oh, Resident Evil Deadly Silence on the DS. Yeah, Deadly Silence.
So you had the Umbrella Chronicles, then you had the other Chronicles.
Dark Side Chronicles.
The Wii. Dark Side Chronicles.
Yeah. And I
So
think
upwards of like 50 games.
I think that's all the Resident Evils.
Yeah. Fucking wild. And the last piece of newbies that I have is tomorrow, which will be on next week's podcast. Tomorrow they were releasing the new trailer for the next Star Wars game. It is called Star Wars Squadrons.
Better be like fucking Rogue Squadrons.
Which looks to be basically, that's exactly almost what it looks like. Is like Rogue Squadrons.
But it's not going to be as good.
Yeah, let's hope it's not filled with microtransactions.
It's gonna.
Yeah.
Who's
Let's hope
developing it?
let's
EA.
let's hope they just
saying.
revive Factor 5.
Yeah, right, dude. They're gonna have skins on top of skins. You're gonna have to pay for each panel to be painted a different color.
Yep, you're gonna have each Star Wars fighter in there. But yeah, that releases tomorrow, as well as this coming Thursday. Sorry, Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is EA's Play Live 2020.
Oh, is that
so
this
we also
week?
have that going. That's this week on Thursday.
Guess what I'm streaming on Thursday?
So we have EA's event where they will be going over all of their new games, as well as an in-depth look into the new Madden, the new NBA, and everything EA has to come. And just talking about that actually. Talking to my brother. That's all I got. Let's get into some Sony action, boys.
All right. So this is the PlayStation 5, the Future of Gaming show. Everyone knows. Everyone was super excited for it because we finally get our hands. Well, not hands, but we finally get the look of the PlayStation 5.
Yeah.
So they say. We'll get into that.
Smush sandwich.
So the show starts off with them
banger.
with a bunch of PlayStation 4 games. They showed off a ton of PlayStation 4 games for some reason. And then we see it. Black screen with the Rockstar logo with the Rockstar logo in the middle. And everyone's freaking out. Everyone's like, "Oh my god, GTA 6, GTA 6, oh my god."
Finally,
and then they show
all this time.
all this stuff. They show footage from GTA 5, and I'm like, "Oh man, I can't wait for them to just transition into GTA 6. Like, here's the difference between the games. Oh my god." And then you just see GTA 5 confirmed for PS5 2021. And I just look at my screen in disgust. Fuck GTA 5. Yeah, okay. All right. So hold up. Over under 2022 will we see Skyrim on the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X?
How many versions of Skyrim do we think we'll have on the PS5?
I'm thinking before 2022 we'll see Skyrim on the PS5 and Series X. Guaranteed.
They're making 2 sequels to the biggest 2 games, they said. So.
Who, Bethesda?
But yeah. Well, them and Rockstar.
Oh. Well, I don't care. It's GTA 5. I've bought this game twice already.
It's be amazing.
I bought this game twice already. Fuck off, Rockstar.
But yeah, the game that never quits. They're like, "Oh, new console, fucking done. We're releasing it."
I saw a video.
It's also been confirmed for the Xbox Series X.
I saw a picture on Twitter where it's like 8 years, and you see GTA 3, Vice City, San Andreas, and 4. And then you see 8 years later, GTA 5. Just GTA 5.
GTA 5, GTA 5, GTA
yeah.
5.
Man.
Hey, when you got something good going on, you don't fucking
It's not even... Give me Vice City.
They're still selling.
Give me Vice City.
Of the game.
Fuck everything about GTA 5.
Yeah, well,
give me Vice City.
Game of the century.
Give me Vice City
like,
2.
Decade, I mean.
Give it to me. That was the best goddamn Grand Theft Auto game ever made.
Oh, that was phenomenal.
That was the
Vice City
best.
was pretty dope.
GTA 5 is shit compared to Vice City.
But no, man, I think when I saw that, I was like, that's fucking hilarious. The game that keeps on giving.
The only saving grace to this is that you get it free. You get it free when it comes out.
So that'd be nice.
I wouldn't buy it. I'm not gonna fucking buy that game again. I
spent
spent goddamn $180 on the PS3 back in 2013 on the PS3 version because I had to get the Super Collector's Edition because I love Grand Theft Auto, and then I buy it again years later. This past year or 2 years ago or so, whenever we made the
PS4.
GTA server, bought it on the PC, and I was already a little pissed off about that. And now it's like, oh great, I can fucking play GTA 5 again for the 100th goddamn time. Fuck off, Rockstar. Your company's trash. Get out of here. Go back to DMA Designs, you pieces of fuck. I hate it. But if you play GTA 5 on PS4, at least,
positive note,
everyone gets $1 million in GTA cash each month until release. So that's cool.
That's pretty cool.
So then we get...
I saw a meme. Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, go ahead. I'm just going to...
I saw a meme today. If anyone's familiar with the good old Jimmy Neutron, it was Sheen going up to the front of the class, and I can't remember her fucking name, Mrs. Whatever, the bird bitch.
Wasn't it like Crabapple?
Sheen.
Miss Fowl.
Like that, yeah.
Miss Fowl, yeah.
Miss Fowl. Yeah, Miss Fowl. Miss Fowl, it was the show and tell episode where Sheen is just holding up Ultra Lord, but over Ultra Lord it has GTA 5 plastered over it, and over Sheen's face it just has Rockstar's logo, and all you see is Miss Fowl going, "Rockstar, you've showed us GTA for the past 7 years in a row." And it was the greatest thing. It was the most accurate meme I've ever seen.
Rockstar is turning into Todd Howard. Rockstar is turning into Todd Howard, the company.
At least Rockstar's doing more with their game. Like, they're consistently making new things.
Yeah,
Todd Howard doesn't.
Todd
do new
Howard's
things.
making
He
new
likes one
things.
thing.
He's making Skyrim on this system.
But
It's new, right?
That's just copying your own homework. He's not doing anything. He's like, let's make it optimized for this now. Oh, these graphics look like they're from a couple of years ago. That's fine.
Optimized.
They'll be fine. Yeah, optimized.
Let's upscale it.
Let's upscale it.
Yeah,
It's
let's
not
make an
even
HD
reworked
version
it.
Yeah.
with all the DLCs.
Yeah.
And
With
let's
the
make it
horse armor.
something cool. Let's call it Special Edition. Yeah.
So what can we call it this year? We've already done Game of the Year, Game of the Decade, Game of Anything, Special Edition. That works.
Oh, and then don't
That's
forget the
it.
VR version.
Oh,
Skyrim
yeah,
for VR.
I did pay $60 for that. Shit.
Yeah.
Was it
I
worth
mean,
it?
yeah, it was Skyrim in VR, like the full game. Like there's literally no other experience like it in VR. Like
Fair enough.
I do have to say Fallout 4 and Skyrim are both really great VR titles.
Okay.
As expensive they are, they're the full game.
Yeah, but can you take
But
it on the go with you?
$60.
Like the Switch version. See, that's where they get you. You can't take Skyrim on the go on your computer or on like your PlayStation. So you got to pick it up on the Switch so you can take it with you while you go, I don't know, cuz you have a crippling Skyrim addiction
IRLing.
and you can't stop playing Skyrim. You know, they're just feeding the addiction.
They're feeding the
Now,
machine.
Does it still have access to all the mods?
No.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
well,
you
the-
get full mod
yeah,
support in that too.
Wow.
Christ.
In
Yeah.
the VR version?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I know. I'm doing this weekend. Oh boy.
So
Would recommend.
so
Wait a minute, I have to get a VR first.
yeah, you do. We come up next on the
man.
PlayStation show. The first of many, many bumpers where it just shows different PlayStation logos. Just you know, the cross button, the circle, the triangle, the square. It's the first of many. And then our good friend Jim Ryan comes up on stage and goes, "Hey, man, we've never seen a generational leap this crazy ever in the history of gaming. Get fucking hyped. Here's Spider-Man
Whoa,
Miles
whoa.
Morales."
Fuck yeah.
Oh,
And I look at it and I'm like, wow, I didn't expect that at all. So Insomniac, apparently it's not an expansion, it's not a sequel, it's another game. It's a completely different game.
Mhm. Yeah.
So you play as big shocker, Spider-Man Miles
Miles
Morales.
Morales.
You play as Miles Morales. He's got that sweet-ass black suit. The city looks way more populated than in Marvel's Spider-Man. And it looks like it takes place around Christmas, which is cool. I always like the snow settings. That's always
Yeah,
interesting.
those are all super cool.
And it's coming out
It's because of the
holiday.
mechanics that you have to deal with.
Yeah. And it
Trying
comes
to
out.
be Spider-Man and you're sliding all over
Yeah.
the place.
It's always fun. It's a change of pace too. And maybe because I like Yakuza and that always takes place around Christmas, so. Holiday 2020 is when it comes out, so it's most likely going to be a launch title. And then, hey, here's Gran Turismo 7. And I go, shit, I love Gran Turismo. Bet, let's watch. I love Gran Turismo. It's my favorite racing game, especially the simulation kind. I'm terrible at it, but I just absolutely love it. But man, it seems like every iteration, they make the UI even worse. The UI in this one, it looks like in the menu, it's like a big cityscape, and there's a bunch of things all over the place. And I look at them like, I don't know what any of this shit means. With Gran Turismo Sport, it was just... Imagine trying to use Windows 95, but with a controller. It was not a fun experience. And same with Gran Turismo 6 was the same way. It's it's Gran Turismo. It looks fucking fantastic. It's really going to show off the power of the PlayStation 5. Nothing's going to look this good. It's going to really show off both the sound and graphics of what the system can do, basically when it comes out, and it's going to push that system to its breaking point early on. Then we get our first holy shit moment of the night. Hey, Ratchet and Clank's back. Ratchet and Clank ripped apart. So apparently this follows our good friends Ratchet and or Clank falling out of a dimensional rift, and then Ratchet rides some bugs, and it looks unbelievable. The graphics are the best that I've seen in that show. You can do all these cool things, travel through dimensions almost instantaneously. There is like a half second of load, but unless you're nitpicky, you don't see it. You can fly dragons. There's like a future dimension where it's like, you remember in Star Wars Episode 3 where Obi-Wan and Hayden Christensen were flying through the city trying to... Wait, was that 3 or was that 2?
It was 2, I believe.
In 2...
That was Grievous.
Yeah, and they're
Grievous?
like...
No. Yeah.
Yeah, the Grievous is 2. And they're flying around in the city chasing that person. Yeah, there's basically a world that's like that where you're flying with a dragon, and it was super rad. There's also a pirate.
Basically, Gex 64.
Better.
You guys remember that one?
Yeah, I remember Gex.
With the lizard that would.
I wanted
different TV shows.
I wanted a Jaguar for Gex, an Atari Jaguar.
Oh man, I remember
because
the
of
Jag.
Gex.
God, I remember the Alien versus Predator game on that console was the scariest thing in the world for me.
Best Alien game out there.
As a little kid.
There's also like a prehistoric dimension where there's dinosaurs and stuff roaming around, and then there's a pirate one. And then apparently at some point, Clank gets separated and goes into like an alternate dimension future. And there's a female Lombax. Lombax is what Ratchet is. There's a female one version of him, and everyone's making lewd art, and it's at like, it was like literally like 2 hours after the show, I see people posted on Twitter of just her just completely naked. And I go, this is like a new level. So
the Rule 43 artists on the internet are fucking...
They're quick, man. They're real quick. They don't fuck around. They see something like, I'm gonna loot that.
Yep. Can it be looted?
34?
Yeah. 34, yeah.
Yeah.
Rule 43.
Yeah.
I think Rule 43 is something different.
I'm curious what 43 is, though.
Yeah.
Well, one of y'all research that while I continue on.
Righto.
Apparently, Clank is gonna have ray tracing effects on him, so that's pretty neat. It will take advantage of the DualSense features, and it's made by Insomniac. So we are getting 2 Insomniac games, presumably within the launch window of the PlayStation 5. So within that first year. We're getting Spider-Man Miles on launch day, and then probably sometime within the next 6 or 8 months, we're getting new Ratchet and Clank. So, man, they must be spreading themselves a little thin. Next thing we saw was Project Athiya, which is a new IP from Square Enix, made by Lumos Productions, which, fun fact, Lumos Productions, because I'd never heard of them, and I didn't think they were part of Square. Lumos Productions is a company that's owned by Square. Apparently, the only things that they've done prior to this game is they made the engine for Final Fantasy 14 and 15 that used the Lumos engine, and they also did the Final Fantasy 15 port for Stadia. So that's your little fun fact of the PlayStation event. Looks like a third-person action adventure. You can use spells to take down enemies, and it's going to be a PlayStation 5 exclusive. Me and my one buddy were talking. What did you find out? Rule 43.
Yeah, I got a few definitions.
What is Rule 43?
Rule 43 of No Nut November states that nutting is permitted as long as it is on another individual. Rule 43, when you can shit, you should shit. And one more. The more beautiful and pure a thing is, the more satisfying it is to corrupt it.
I mean, that's not that's
Yeah,
kind of true.
Okay.
Yep, and that's what I got for Rule 43. Give or
Nice.
take.
Okay,
Nice.
now you know.
Me and my one buddy were talking about Project Athiya. It looks like what Square likes to do with their new stuff, with new hardware, is they like to make something to show off, like a new engine or a reamp version of an engine, and then proceed to make a Final Fantasy game just like that. So, we'll see. We'll see if this is a teaser for the next Final Fantasy. We get another bumper showing off the same stuff. And then it shows us Stray. It's a little kitty cat roaming around a robot city where all the humans are gone. Humans might be dead. They probably are dead. The cat looks great. It's coming out in 2021. Another bumper, but this time showing off some stuff about the PlayStation 5. Not the actual design, just some features like 4K Blu-ray, ultra high-speed SSD, ray tracing, 3D audio. The DualSense has haptic feedback, adaptive triggers, USB Type-C for charging, because, it's 2020, and no, Microsoft, your fans do not want to buy Duracell fucking batteries. You're lying to us saying that they do. Stop. Just stop.
Just
Stop. That is the biggest lie of this year, is that Microsoft came out and said, yeah, our gamers really wanted non-rechargeable fucking batteries. A non-rechargeable controller. And I go, that is a dirty lie. That is a dirty lie, Microsoft. Stop it. So this has USB Type-C, motion sensor, built-in microphone and speakers, and I didn't notice this the first time I saw this. It has a button to turn off the microphone, a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack, and here is a little fun fact. The texturized grip on the controller is not little bumps. It's actually crosses, circles, squares, and triangles. Nifty little thing. So there was another bumper after that bumper. So Sony needs to stop teasing us, stop tickling our taint here. Next thing we see is Returnal. It's going to be a PS5 exclusive. Should I say world premiere at the beginning of all these? Because this is kind of like a world premiere. Because they didn't say world premiere.
They didn't say it, so I wouldn't. I think that's
that's a Microsoft thing. But still, it just feels weird not saying world premiere over and over again.
World premiere.
I'm going to start from now on. So this is going to be a PS5 exclusive. It's made by House Manic. Oh fuck! Wow, I'm an idiot. House Marquee. Is it House Marquee? I don't know. It's made by a company. There's space. It looks like a Kojima game. The main character gets infected by an alien.
Not again.
It's a third-person shooter where the camera is way back. It almost... You guys remember the game Lost Planet by Capcom?
Yeah.
You remember how far back the camera was for that? When you're just running around?
Oh, yeah.
That's how far back this game is. The camera for this game is. Guess what we got next? Another fucking bumper. Showing... Every single one is just showing off... Here's an X, here's a circle, square, triangle... for like 5 seconds. And the first few times it was cute. Now we're on like number 4. And we're like 20 minutes into the presentation. Sackboy's Big Adventure. It's made by Sumo Digital, the people that made the Little Big Planet 3. It's going to star Sackboy from Little Big Planet. Looks just like Little Big Planet. It's going to have co-op. It's Little Big Planet.
Those games have always been pretty popular.
Yeah. The only thing is they did not mention anything about user-created stuff, which, if it doesn't have that, then it's not a true Little Big Planet game.
Yeah, that's kind of like the whole point of those games.
Exactly. Next thing that's up is Destruction All-Stars. This is actually something that actually looks a little interesting. It's by Lucid Games. They are a company that is a group of people from companies like Bizarre Games, and basically people that worked on like Project Gotham Racing, and I think some of the Burnouts came together and made a company. So it's like a sport event, but it's like a destruction derby, but you can get out of your cars and destroy the cars outside of your car. And I don't know how that works, but it looks cool. And the character designs are great, so I'm all for it. Another bumper. I'm starting to believe that Sony's never going to show off the system. Oh, I forgot to say this. Yep. World premiere. Kena Bridge of Spirits. It's made by a company called Ember Labs that works on some movie stuff. It's a 3D action game. You command these little sprites, or spirits. They're like these little black balls to like attack or collect things, and it reminds me a lot of Pikmin. It's like a third-person Pikmin.
Radish Man.
Yeah, Radish Man.
All right.
We're 30 minutes in, and we're already at bumper number 6.
Sure are.
World premiere. Goodbye, Volcano High. Goodbye, Volcano High is a game that features very interesting, almost high-quality Flash designs. So, like, you remember, like, those high-quality Flash player designs where it's all crispy. Bunch of anthropomorphic dinosaurs, I guess. I put animals, but thinking back, they're more dinosaurs. It's a bunch of group of friends at the end of high school. I want to share you guys a quote from the trailer. Sometimes I feel like I'm on the edge of doing great things, but something's holding you back. Maybe it's the fear that I'll never be as good as what I imagined. That hit really close to home. That's like, whew, boy howdy. It looks like a high school drama. It's by a company called Co-op, and that's coming out in 2021. World premiere. Oddworld Soulstorm. Wow, holy shit, another Oddworld game is coming out. Yep. So we got a big franchise from the PlayStation 1 with Oddworld, and then a big franchise from the PlayStation 2 with Ratchet and Clank. This is just slowly starting to seem like the PlayStation 5 is just the best of... It's just getting the best things from all the other consoles.
Oddworld games are fun.
Yeah, it looks just like the old games. Like, nothing really...
Yeah, it does. This looks awesome.
Yeah, it looks like just more Oddworld, which there's nothing wrong with that. Next thing... Oh, world premiere. Ghostwire Tokyo. It's a game by Tango Works. It's about this dude who can see ghosts in Tokyo, and he can enter, like, the ghost dimension. And it's, like, first person, and you fire spells, and it looks like the animations for firing the spells was ripped right out of, like, Skyrim. You can also shoot arrows. It's coming out 2021, and Bethesda's publishing it. Bumper number 7.
Right.
So we're at number 7 now. Jet, The Far Shore, is... It almost looks like kind of a... The graphics on it kind of almost look... I don't want to say like charcoal. Like a charcoal painting or drawing, but it kind of reminds me of it a little bit. It's like very... At least the openings, the cinematic that they show here, it's a lot of browns and blacks. Or like tans and blacks. It's about...
like with pastels.
Yeah.
It's actually kind of neat.
Go up into space. Might be a 2D space game. Not much was really shown. That's coming out holiday of 2020. Bumper number 8. World premiere. Godfall. It's a third-person hack-and-slash game from Gearbox. Looks like you got a few different kinds of weapons. Things like twin blade, sword and shield, large axe, polearm, etc. It's going to have co-op, and that's coming out on launch day. holiday 2020. Bumper number 9. Solar Ash is made by the company that made Hyper Life Drifter. It's a 2D or 3D action platformer, it looks like. And it looks very pretty. It's very colorful. The colors pop, almost neon-like.
Well, it reminds me of Orby, the Wisp or whatever, the Whisper.
Oh,
the Wisp,
Ori.
Ori and the Ori and the Will of the Wisp.
Yeah.
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 It looks just like that.
That
Where
game's
it's-
awesome.
It's the main character and like some of the foreground stuff is very colorful, and the background's just complete black, so everything pops. And that's coming out in 2021. Right now, we're 41 minutes and 19 seconds into this presentation, and we're at bumper number 10.
Jesus Christ, there's a lot of bumpers.
Yeah. Yeah, believe me. World premiere. Hitman 3 was announced. It's going to take
Sure
place
was.
in Dubai, which is interesting. And it looks like Agent 47's on the run for some reason. He's all alone. He's a one-man job now. He doesn't have any help. It's coming out January 2021. It's going to be the conclusion to this Hitman trilogy. And one of the things I saw while rewatching this presentation was it showed Agent 47 scaling a wall with the little suction cup thingies on his hands and knees. So that's pretty cool. So maybe we'll see a little bit more unique ways of getting to your objective.
Definitely.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. Those games are people absolutely love those.
Oh, I
games.
love
I know
Hitman.
Mark. I know you really like number 2.
Number 2.
Speaking of number 2, Astro's Playroom. I don't know where that came in. It's another Astrobot game in the Astrobot universe. It's going to be a nice tech demo to show off the DualSense.
Yeah.
That's all the Astros are. The Astrobots games are. There's Astrobot that shows off the PS4 camera and the DualShock 4. And then there was Astrobot VR, which showed off stuff for the VR.
Dude, I remember the Astrobots when it first came out. The thing everyone wanted to do was kick the shit out of them.
Yeah.
With the camera.
One of the cool things that I noticed, a little Easter egg, is that one of the Astrobots was using an original DualShock while playing. So he was playing some PlayStation 1 action there. Hoo-hoo.
Yeah, I see it right here in the trailer.
Man, it's been like 15 seconds. Time for another bumper.
Oh my god.
Then we got Little Devil Inside, which is a 3D action game where the characters are very cartoony. They have like gigantic eyes that show off a lot of emotion. Like the faces and everything don't show off emotion, but the eyes do. And you're fighting giant monsters with your sword and shield and a gun. You just got a gat. So you go around and beat things up. And it looks like there's some underwater stuff. It looks absolutely adorable. It seems like a game that I'll absolutely love.
A giant Cheshire cat in it.
Yeah. Oh, we've reached.
The art style of that is kind of neat.
Oh yeah, it looks great. I was surprised by how much emotion just the giant eyes showed off.
Huh.
Bumper number 12 time, guys. Bumper number 12. This time is for NBA 2K21. Mr. Zion Williamson from the Pelicans, New Orleans Pelicans, was there,
Correct.
and he goes, y'all are not ready for this. Bullshit, I'm ready for this. Doesn't show any gameplay. It just shows fucking Zion Williamson just playing basketball. Just
Well,
it rendered
does
in game.
go- Yeah, it renders him into the game flexing.
Yeah, it's. I wasn't ready for this apparently.
Game?
Coming out fall though, fall 2020. Bumper number 13. Oh boy, I forgot about this game.
Really quick too, on top of 2K21, they are doing the Legacy Edition, and it's going to feature Kobe Bryant.
Neat.
As so you have the regular case, which will be Zion Williams, but then it's like an $80. It's called the Legacy Edition, and then the cover will be Kobe Bryant, and it comes with
Good.
Like coins and stuff like that.
Knickknacks.
Currency, whatever it is.
Or no, oh yeah, the currency, the in-game currency.
They go too hard with the in-game currency.
They do. They really do.
Yeah.
Like what game was it that was basically gambling? I mean, it was basically just gambling.
FIFA.
Well,
FIFA,
NBA,
Overwatch,
2K,
NBA,
2019.
Madden.
Yeah, FIFA and NBA 2K20 got banned in a lot of countries because it basically was you had a gambling aspect to it.
Same with Madden, same with NHL, same with
gambling aspect. It wasn't even subtle about it.
No.
It
Well, that
was.
was 2K19.
It wasn't 19. I
that
thought
what
it
it
was 20.
19, basically, if I remember correctly, it was Plinko towards at the end of everything that you could do.
Yeah.
And it was one of the 2K games was crazy huge, and then FIFA got banned as well from the microtransactions.
Yeah, it's they're dirty with that kind of stuff.
Yep.
Here's something that I wanted to forget, but unfortunately I can't forget. Bug Snack.
Yes.
It's made by the Octodad team, and it's food animals, or animals that are food. Maybe. All the animals have fucking googly eyes. I don't know. This is verbatim from my little notes. I don't know. Looks like the weirdest acid trip. Australian walrus. Holiday 2020.
What was it called again?
Bug Snack.
Bug Snack.
With an
That
X
looks
at the
so
end.
cool.
Looks like a fucking acid trip. Okay,
I'm gonna play it.
we got bumper number 14, baby.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. All right, so we got a game from the PlayStation 1 getting a new entry on the PlayStation 5. We got a game from the PlayStation 2 era getting a new entry in the PlayStation 5. What about the PS3? Well, hey, I called this like fucking immediately. Demon Souls is getting remastered for the PlayStation 5. That was probably like number 3 where I was like, oh shit, really? That was crazy.
Yeah. We first.
It looks nice.
Yeah.
Me and Aim were like, is this fucking
It's so pretty.
God of War? And then nope.
No, I was just screaming. I'm like, this is fucking Demon Souls. I saw that dragon. I'm like, I remember fighting that dragon.
It looks amazing. The dragon
Yeah.
looks nasty.
I honestly, I thought Sony forgot that they even owned the title. I thought they just completely forgot about it. Blue Point is working on the remaster, the company that did the phenomenal Shadow of the Colossus remaster for PS4, and also pretty much every remaster that Sony does. That's a Sony one. They also did, I think, the Jak and Daxter and Ratchet and Clank and Sly Cooper trilogies on PS3. So that's pretty cool. Next we got
They had someone come out to special announce this one as because this was kind of a bigger thing. The Demon Souls.
What do you mean?
They had the 2 developers come out and actually announce this game. The Demon Souls. They were like, well, this is near and dear to my heart, and we can't wait to share it for you. Can't wait to share it with you. And then they played the trailer.
No, I didn't think it was this one. I thought it was the next one. I thought it was Deathloop.
I thought they had it both, but I could have swore this one too.
Yeah, I don't think so because I don't remember it. Who knows? Deathloop. It's a game by Arcane Studios, the company that made Dishonored. I think Mark, you were saying that this looks a lot like Dishonored, and then we look into it.
Yeah.
It's like this is just Dishonored.
It's like, yep, it's made by the same people.
Yep. It's a free-form immersive game about assassins stuck in a time loop. First-person shooter, different Dishonored-like abilities, and I love the grindhouse look that it has, especially at the end where it's, talking about the game a little bit, where it's the main character, and it just has those grindhouse transitions. Love it.
Looks great.
Oh, yeah. I lost count what bumper we're at. We're at number 15. We're at bumper number 15.
Hey, I think someone has a question.
You have a question. What's your question?
I have a question.
What's your question?
Okay, mine's been sitting up there for a while now. All right. So,
Just
for
fucking
someone
yell
who
it.
may not know what the fuck a bumper means, what the fuck's a bumper?
All right, so y'all remember when you would sit at home and watch Nickelodeon or Cartoon Network,
Yeah.
and they would have those like little short things before and after the commercials that would lead into like a show?
Yeah, like Adult Swim.
Yeah,
when it
like
would
Adult
be a
Swim.
black screen, and it would
Yeah.
say like your mother.
Yeah. Yeah, like you watch
Mother.
That was it.
Yeah, you watch like Adult Swim and it has like Adult Swim, you hear the bing bing.
And then it'd be just.
It would show
Or
like
the
words.
people from Disney trying to make the
The Mickey
Disney
Mouse ears.
Ears.
Yeah.
Okay.
See that you got. Of course
Okay.
that's what you got.
Yeah.
So that's a bumper.
I'm Lizzie McGuire, and this is Disney Channel.
Yes.
Fucking ruined it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Okay, that makes
that's a
sense.
bumper. Resident Evil 8 The Village was announced. I called that. I
I was
I don't-
super anticlimactic.
I don't like to I don't like to brag too much. But the second that showed up, that popped up, and I look at it, I go, that's the fucking RE engine. I can spot that from a mile away. This is Resident Evil 8. So it starts off with a message that says, his story comes to a close. And it's at this point on that the stream was extremely quiet. Like,
Okay.
volume-wise, everything was quiet. I had to really boost everything up. You play as Ethan from RE7. Takes place in a European village. It's again in first person. Still uses the RE engine, which is great. Chris is there, and he super off someone like 5 shots, just pop, 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 pop. And Ethan's like, "Why'd you do that, Chris?" There's werewolves. It's more supernatural.
What?
And- yeah. There's like, it's like werewolves, and I do believe vampires are going to be in it as well.
So is Resident Evil getting onto more of an underworld feel then?
So, this actually, I do
Okay.
believe. So this actually seems like it is almost a direct nod to what Resident Evil 4 was supposed to be. Resident Evil 4
What
was
that supposed to be?
it was supposed to be a played as Leon, but it was in a haunted mansion where you
Okay.
shot ghosts armors. So it was way more heavy on the supernatural side, and it still used the static cameras, the tank
Right.
controls, all that good stuff. And then Capcom looked at it and like, this is an evil game. Let's scrap it and make it Devil May Cry while we make Resident Evil 4. It's another little fun fact. So it looks like
Okay.
they're making this more like the original Resident Evil 4, which is pretty neato. One thing that I like to say is that his story comes to a close. I don't know who that's talking to. We talk about Chris. We talking about Ethan. I don't know. And it looks like the Executioner Majinji from RE5 is back, or at least someone that looks like him. And that's coming
Yeah,
out in 2021.
Yeah, that trailer was pretty cool. Essentially, if you ever played 7, it's got the exact same like look and feel as 7. So it'll be pretty intense. The trailer itself has the same like spooky ness as number 7 did. So I wonder if they're gonna make this into a VR mode as well.
Oh, probably, because we know that they announced. I didn't put this in the notes, but they announced that the PSVR will work on the PS5.
Well, they said aren't they remaking one too for the PS5?
Yeah, I could see that maybe next year or the year after. One of the two.
That's what I thought. So with the graphics and everything like that, I can see this being a very interesting Resident Evil game in VR. So someone's definitely got to
Well,
buy a PlayStation in VR and play it.
Well, according to Capcom, a lot of fans are going to be mad at this one because it's super
Okay.
different than the other ones, and it's probably because of the more supernatural stuff. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see it. Capcom also announced another game following bumper number 16. Pragmata is a game by Capcom, and it features this astronaut in like New York City, but New York City's run down, and he kind of looks like Luden from the mascot for Kojima Productions. And there's this little girl and a weird cat that you can see through, like see the skeletons and organs. That was weird. It was like a hologram. And then they go into space and they go up on the moon and look at Earth. And if they didn't show the Capcom logo at first, I would be like, this is a Kojima production. It's that level weird. That's coming out in 2022. Bumper number 17 pops up. And then we get Horizon Forbidden West. Horizon Forbidden West is going to take place in Western America. Way more overgrowth. It looks absolutely fantastic. It's everything that they show off here looks really good. More overgrowth. You could really see a lot more animals in just the world. There's deserts. There's snowy mountains. It's again by Guerrilla Games. Flying robot pterodactyls, and apparently
water and swimming, all that shit.
Yeah, and apparently the story is that a massive storm destroyed the land. So massive storms. So it'll be interesting to see. The West usually has a lot of different ecosystems and stuff, so that's going to be cool. I still need to beat the first one. It's not bad. Devs start talking about how great the PS5 and this upcoming generation is, and then we see it. A wall of little black circles. And everyone's like, yeah, baby, here we go. And then the PlayStation 5 is revealed. And you see this gorgeous little V shape. And the first thing through my mind is, are they just giving us the dev kit? Because that would be rad. I want that flying V. But no. It's a nice, slim design with... It's white with blue accents, blue like LEDs on the inside of it to make it look
I adore the fuck out
juicy.
Of that console.
It looks like a router.
I was gonna say that's what I thought it looked like.
At least it's not a mini fridge.
Yeah. Yo, what are we doing? We doing the Nintendo toaster, the Xbox refrigerator, or the PlayStation router?
Gamer's gone to college.
Yep.
Pretty much.
You know what it looks like? There's one here. It looks like one of those antennas you put on the wall.
There you go.
You guys know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
Like it's got the suction cups on it, and you put it in the wall. Or on the
Oh
wall.
yeah. Yep.
So, do you have the dimensions of it? If not, I do.
I don't have the dimensions of it.
So, it is currently the tallest game system that has ever been built.
This is a fucking joke.
It stands at... No, I'm being 100% serious. It stands at 15 inches tall vertically, while the Xbox Series X stands at 11.85 inches. The original PS4 stands at 10.4, while the PS4 Pro stands at 11.6.
That's like this. No, it'd be more like
it
this.
is 15
Shit.
inches tall and 3.5 inches wide at its widest point, which is at the disc tray.
That's crazy.
Thing is like a laptop basically on its side.
Is this thing able to be
Yeah.
horizontal?
Yeah.
Yeah, they showed it laying down.
Oh, did they? Okay.
Yeah, I think either the stand that might be included with it or that you have to buy separately has you could set it
Two laptops.
horizontally.
With that being said,
It is
the Xbox
thick.
Series X is 6.5 inches thick, making it the thickest console ever built.
Yo, can we just say that with that disc tray on the PS5, it is dummy thick.
Yep.
It makes it dummy thick. Like it's got a
As well-
badonkadonk.
I don't know. You mentioned if you did it already, the other version they're releasing too.
Not yet, because that's coming up in a bit.
Okay, go ahead.
So, it looks like it has one USB-A port and a USB Type-C port on there. And then they announced an all-digital version.
Yes.
So, might be a little
Good
cheaper.
way
Who
to
knows?
start off people who want to save money to start.
And it also, remember how with the DualSense I said that about how it has the little, instead of like the grip on it being just little bumps, it's the little X's and circles and the PlayStation buttons. The
Yes.
little bumps and grooves on the PS5 is also going to have that little accent on there. So that's pretty neato. That's kind of like with the PS4. If you turn over your PS4, the little stand at the bottom, the little rubber stands for it so it doesn't scratch your shit, is an X, a circle, a square, and a triangle.
Is it really?
Do it. Look at it. Like right now.
Hold the fucking phone here. I have to move my monitor, but yeah. I'm gonna do
Yeah,
this.
look at it.
My
at least-
second monitor has to go on the floor for a second.
At least on the Pro it is.
Where
On the
these-
very
Oh, no shit.
underneath.
No shit. That's so cool.
Yeah,
I
under
don't have bumpers on mine.
on the bottom of
Yes,
it.
you do. 100%.
Yeah, so like unless yours came off.
Oh, no. I don't think the originals had them. I think it started on the Slim,
Where?
to be honest.
No, I thought the originals had it. Which way's the
Show
top?
us.
All right, show us the bottom
No,
then.
flip it over entirely. No, yeah, I
No.
don't think
no
that's
bumpers.
a day one, correct? Like that's
My-
a really old one.
My day one had it as well.
Oh, it's a okay. That is a day one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
maybe
remember mine
because of
having that.
Batman. But yeah, so that's a
What's
little
the
neat
thing?
thing. That's a little neat thing that
What's
they.
this major saying about Xbox might start fires? One fan and a single heat pipe to cool the whole unit?
Oh, so they want to be Samsung. Got it.
Soon.
Well, Microsoft is known for having bad cooling in their systems. Like that's just a given at this point. I mean, the 360 had horrible cooling, and the Xbox One original had terrible cooling. It's like the second
Really bad.
rendition has good cooling.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
No
so
price though.
no price. They also showed off a few other things, a few other accessories. So there's the white DualSense charging station for charging your shit, the HD camera, the Pulse 3D wireless headset, the media remote for some reason, and the tagline is "Play has no limits."
Exactly.
We got no word on price or backwards compatibility, which is a big thing. Even though I feel like it's going to be more friendly with the backwards compatibility, especially with this being the 25th anniversary of the PlayStation 1.
Yeah, that was a huge piece that was rumored but not confirmed. Another thing that was rumored but not confirmed, that they were going to be going away from PS Plus for online play like the PS3 had. They came out and confirmed
That's
that
gonna
is
be a
not the
hit.
case.
Yeah, that is not the
unfortunately. You will
case.
still
Good.
require PS Plus for online
Good.
play, and you will still require online monthly charges.
Good.
Unless you buy it for a year. Unlike the PS3, a lot of people were hoping that they would revert back to how the PS3 was, but they said, unfortunately, no, you will
So
pay monthly.
here's a
Dude.
wacky idea. They need to, both consoles, realistically, both companies need to give you the ability to subscribe to it for over a year. When you buy a year, can it coincide with each other and just stack on?
Yeah.
Or does it overlap
Yeah,
itself?
it stacks.
So like you could buy like $120 and just have 2 years and
Yeah.
not worry about it.
Yeah, I think you could do up to 3 years at a
That
time.
should be a package though.
Yeah, I think you could do up to 3 years
The
at a
longer
time.
you subscribe, the cheaper it is, or something.
Yeah, right, exactly. Like you want to subscribe for 5 years, $300. I don't know how much it actually is going to be, but like, no, yeah, 5 years should be like $300.
Yeah, you
That would
actually
save you
save
money.
like a shit ton of money off of the whole entire experience.
Right.
Well,
Like, I feel
300.
like that would
Well,
be a really
300.
good way to get people to be like, okay, yeah, let's do this.
Well, if it was like $300, that would be fucking really expensive for like 3 years. Because
Well, 5 years is what I'm saying.
or 5 years. All right.
Yeah, it's $10 a month.
You're saving like what,
it's
$120?
It's $60 for a year. So 60 times 5 would be 360, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you
Okay,
do
so that'll be
Times 5.
yeah.
Okay, what about like 225 then?
Yeah, like 200, 250.
Save yourself
Yeah.
it should cut off like a year.
It's 300.
Oh yeah, 300. My bad.
No, yeah, already there, already past that.
Yeah. So like, yeah, that'd be cool. Like 340. Well, still cheaper than buying it monthly.
Oh yeah, that's for fucking sure. I've already paid. I need to just buy a fucking year because I'm tired of paying
Same.
monthly.
Save yourself $60.
Yep. But that's it that I have for the PlayStation 5.
A lot of people are super hyped for it. It's actually one of the most trending videos. The PlayStation 5 trailer itself, and it's actually our most interactive post on Facebook for our Level Unlocked Facebook page. It has can't think of the actual wording, but the hits or something.
Impressions.
The impressions. Yeah. It has more than any other picture that we posted.
Yeah, same with Twitter. People are excited about this, man.
Yep. So it's gonna be huge. Everyone looking at the picture, you've all seen what it looks like, right?
Yeah.
So what's your guys' honest opinion on it? Because there's been some mixed opinions on it. A lot of people hate the white. A lot of people don't like the look of it. It's too big.
That goddamn system.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of the white because my other stuff is black, but
That's what a lot of people said. All my shit's black and I have this big ass white thing in the middle of it.
yeah. Yeah.
If it's that big a deal, buy a skin.
I like it. I think it's sharp.
Yeah, I think it looks really nice.
I think it stands out, like
Yeah.
amongst other consoles for sure.
I think
Yeah. But you do bring up the good point of it clashing with your already pre-existing decor.
yeah. I don't think that I would like it as much if the Series X didn't look like utter dog shit. The Series X looks terrible.
So I'm gonna play devil's advocate because mind you, I don't give a shit about the whole fucking. So I'm gonna state this first. I am not an Xbox hater. I am not.
Oh no, the Xbox has some bangers.
Do I prefer PlayStation? Absolutely. I like the interface and I like everything being it's way fucking cleaner. The interface is so much smoother than the Xbox's. I think
the
at
Xbox
least.
is terrible. It's Windows
It
8.
looks like a fucking mess.
It's Windows 8.
Right. Like my big thing is that everyone's talking about how it's outclassed by the Xbox. It's at the third. It's outclassed by an irrelevant statistic because unless you plug them into computers and run the tests, you're never gonna fucking notice the difference. But it's 2 teraflops that fucking beats it by? Like you're never gonna fucking notice that. It's not important for a daily gamer, like your casual gamer is never gonna fucking notice that. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I've played this and I've played a normal Xbox and that's at 6 teraflops and this guy's at 4. You can't fucking tell.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think it's like 2 teraflops for the PS4 Pro, and I think it's 4 teraflops. I thought, or no, I could be wrong. But I mean, it's just like the Windows and Apple thing. It's all about optimization. That's the thing that matters the most.
Yeah, and like a MacBook running 4 gigs of RAM versus a Surface Book running like 8 gigs of RAM. If you put 4 gigs of RAM on a Windows computer, it's gonna run like dog shit. Like it's gonna run like a cheap computer. Maybe not dog shit per se, but you're not gonna do as much as you would. However, you put that on a MacBook, it's gonna run fucking perfectly because it's made to run on that as perfect as possible. As to where in a lot of like the hot buys or whatever you would call them, they're made to just be a 4 gigs of RAM computer, and we all know what that feels like. At least us here, because we've dealt with that and we've worked with that for a long time. And I'm just tired of this whole console war. I actually put a post out earlier. I stated it's an irrelevant statistic. It's not something you're really going to need to know. Everyone just play games, have fun, and hope everything's crossplay so we can play no matter what anyway.
Exactly.
Like console wars are so dumb. I'm over the console wars. I'm over the fucking Apple versus Android shit. Like let people like what they like. And I'm
Maybe.
guilty of it. I'm not gonna lie. I only bring it up and I only get into that kind of aspect when someone else is dogging on something they don't know what they're talking about.
Major's suggesting you only notice it at load.
I feel like it would depend on what you're playing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that'd be a huge factor.
There's a lot of different variables.
It's just it's not something your typical gamer would notice, I don't think, unless you're like an uber hardcore, you notice everything and you're looking for the problems kind of thing.
It more so depends on a developer level.
Yeah.
Right. Like your so hey Mark, I don't know, you probably have the most knowledge of this stuff. Is the normal person going to notice that big of a difference, if a difference at all?
So it's difficult to answer the question because you get exclusives and then you also have games that are made for both consoles. So the console is your limit of what you can do. Like the framework of what you're doing is the limit of what you can do. So either console that gives you that limit is where that max of that game is going to be.
Okay.
So whenever you have an exclusive one, then you can really take advantage of the whole thing. So the reason is, like, let's say you have two copies of exactly the same game, one for PS5 and one for the new Xbox. You're not going to tell the difference because they're both practically the same thing. And unless you have like a AAA developer, a lot of times developers aren't going to put in those additional optimizations to give you that extra 2 or 5% because you're not going to notice it.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, I got what you're saying. So like, say we're putting GTA 5, or let's say something even more intensive, like Modern Warfare. Let's put the new Modern Warfare, put those against each other. Are you going to notice a difference in the way they play?
Yeah.
Yeah, you might.
You will notice a difference?
You might
Where
notice.
where
Grand Theft Auto
question.
Grand Theft Auto 5 has been out forever and has been optimized to shit on pretty much every console, so that'll run phenomenally, where Call of Duty maybe not so much because it wasn't really made on that console. It's just sort of ported over.
Yeah, you
Okay.
gotta.
I'm just go ahead.
Yeah. You gotta think, Nate, that it is very different, a lot of the architecture between both systems, between all the systems. A lot of like big developers have a small team dedicated just for a port, to port it.
Or
Like there's
engines and-
yeah. That's why.
Standing at that level, where would you see the big differences? Like, obviously you said load time or like loading and shit like that. But, like, is that besides say,
rendering,
Yeah, that's
rendering, texturing, level of detail, streaming sound, like doing ray trace sound, ray traced lighting, literally anything that has any kind of computations, that's where you're going to see the benefit.
Yeah.
in the teraflops aspect, because they're both running the same video card. That's where the teraflops would come in then.
Yep.
Okay, because I don't fully understand teraflops. I'll be the first to admit I don't know all that shit, to be 100% honest. But like, I'm genuinely curious as someone who wants to know. Like, I don't know. Like it feels like to your basic 16-year-old, hey mom, buy me a fucking new console because I deserve it. And say both consoles, like, I don't think that people might notice it at that level, but like someone who's actually into gaming and heavily into stuff like that would probably notice things like that. I don't know.
If you had both systems next to each other on basically in a controlled environment where everything is the exact same, you would probably notice even like a minute difference.
Okay.
In its own little chamber, you're not going to notice anything.
Okay.
You kind of have
That's
to have
fair.
the same thing running at the exact same time on the exact same everything.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
My
And
biggest thing I'm excited for is the audio from the new
Yeah.
PlayStation. I hear that's supposed to be insane.
Also, you got to think too, typically Sony is underpowered compared to Microsoft systems. Like even going back to like the PS2, the PS2 was an underpowered system compared to the original Xbox. The PS
So this really
Talked
is
it out.
Apple versus Windows kind of comparison. If
Yeah.
you put them spec-wise, they're not necessarily the same, and one's considered better, but it's not better for a consumer. It's what you want and what you're looking for and what you care about kind of thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's an Intel versus AMD argument. Like they're both computers. They're just two different companies making different computers.
Okay. That makes sense.
And Nate, we could talk a little bit more about this after the podcast
Yeah.
if you have like more questions and stuff like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because it's very interesting
Perfect.
about ports and that kind of stuff. It's
Okay.
a very interesting game.
Oh, good shit.
Why
Conversation,
Paw Patrol?
Because Paw Patrol lives matter. I don't want.
You know-
them to-
Oh,
I'm not going to talk about it,
oof.
but that shit's got me heated that they're even thinking about that kind of stuff.
Yep. It's the stupidest fucking thing in the world. But that's for another conversation for
That's
another
for a
day.
conversation, not on the podcast.
So, but let's get to some releases, shall we?
Yeah, let's do it.
Releases.com.
So, on the 16th, we have Darius Cosmic Collection Console coming out for PS4 and Switch, and Darius Cosmic Collection Arcade coming out for the PS4 and Switch, Colt Canyon coming out for the Xbox One, Summer in Mara coming out for the Switch and PC. I think they showed this off at Gamescom. It was one of those games that looked pretty interesting. Coming out for the Switch and PC on the 16th. We have Hard Space Shipbreaker coming out for PC, which is pretty interesting. I actually just saw, I think I posted in our Discord, one of the Discords. We have Disintegration coming out for PC and PS4 on the 16th, and the Waylanders coming out for the PC on the 16th. Oh, and Desperados 3 coming out for PC, PS4, and Xbox One on the 16th. Then we have Session coming out for Xbox One game preview on the 17th. Across the Grooves coming out for Switch and PC on the 17th. Alwa's Legacy coming out for PC and Mac. Timberman Versus coming out for the Xbox One. And Retro Squid coming out for the Xbox One on the 17th. Then we have Runner coming out for the Switch on the 18th. West of Dead coming out for PC and Xbone on the 18th. Namco Museum Archives Volume 1 and Volume 2 coming out for PS4 and Switch on the same day.
I can't believe they're still fucking making those.
Hey, man, you got Pac-Man. You got Pac-Man,
that's
Dig
true.
Dug, all that kind of good stuff.
Galaga.
Can't go wrong. Walking
Galaga.
coming out for PC and Xbox One on the 18th. Then we have the 19th. Boy, howdy do we have the 19th. We got the Coma 2 Vicious Sisters coming out for the PS4 and Switch. Radio Squid coming out for the Switch on the 19th. Burnout Paradise Remastered coming out for the Switch on the 19th. Railway Empire coming out for the Switch on the 19th. What the hell is this? Flying Red Barrel, the Diary of Little Aviator coming out for the PC on the 19th. Hard West coming out for the Xbox One on the 19th. The Academy coming out for the PC on the 19th. And that's all the games coming out. Nothing else is coming out. Nothing at all. Oh wait, there's a little game that not there. You know, there is this little like indie game that, you know, people haven't really been talking about it. It's like, do I even want to include it? I mean, you know,
It's
might
honestly probably going to be the worst selling game of the year,
it's
but you should.
know, it's such a niche game. You know, I'm sure there's like one or two people listening to it that might be hyped for it. The Last of Us Part 2 comes out on the 19th. I don't even know what the hell that is.
Oh shit!
I don't even know. Apparently, it has a 95 on Metacritic already,
Hey,
which makes it the highest reviewed game of the year right now. Just saying.
That
before it's been
hasn't
released.
come out yet.
Hasn't come out yet. Hey, you know those review copies? Those
Yeah, I
review
guess
copies
so.
are out.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so
Dope.
shit, next week we got some bangers. We got some bangers for the next podcast. That's for dang sure. All right, that's it for games. Actually,
Go ahead.
no, it's actually done. We're actually legitimately
okay.
done with the games.
For movies and TV shows, Braveheart, for those who want to watch it on Blu-ray,
Braveheart.
is coming out tomorrow. We have Sniper Assassin's End. That's a movie too. And that's pretty much about it We do have Lego D's Shazam. So if you want to watch Shazam the movie, but the Lego version of it, you can. Gladiator, that's also being re-released in 4K. Pretty in Pink's being released in 4K. And Practical Joker's the movie, which I didn't know that was a thing.
Apparently.
That's being released. And that's pretty much about it. There's nothing else going on for a fat minute, so that's all I got. So, boys and girls, I think that's the cast of the pod. Let's go around the bedroom here and tell some sexy stories. And where can we find you? Where can we see you? And where are you gonna be for the next week? Schroeds.
Yeah, yeah, man. Well, I've been playing a lot of the Total War. I don't know if I really want to stream that. It's just, what are you doing? Why?
Just super pumped up to hear about Total War. That's all.
Yeah, I will admit I've had quite a bit of fun with it. I've thought about streaming it, but it's a long game, and it's a lot of the same thing over and over again. You just keep refining your tactics. So, I don't know. There is a story to it, but I don't know if it's appropriate really for streaming. I know people do stream it, but I don't know if I want to. So there's that. Also, I have been. Maybe I will get what's that game that's coming out? The second one's coming out pretty soon with the sick drums.
Oh,
Hellblade?
Hellblade.
Yeah, I might. Maybe I'll stream that. That one looks pretty good. And what was that game that you streamed not too long ago, James? That resembled it. It's on the Microsoft store thing.
Oh, Plague Tale.
With the rats. Yeah. Those two games I've had on my radar, and I kind of want to play those. So I might do something with those. Do you did like it?
Oh yeah, Plague Tale is great. Plague Tale is great.
Cool.
Hellblade's great.
Pretty linear, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Both of those games.
Yeah,
are linear.
it's a hallway. It's a hallway.
I easily get distracted in games, and then I'm like, all right, guys, we're going to do this today, and then nothing of that nature even happens. So playing a linear game might be a way to go.
Welcome to my Final Fantasy VII stream.
Yeah. But other than that, I don't really have a whole lot on the agenda for the week. But if you do want to keep up, it's Splash Screen Gaming on Instagram and the Facebooks. Team Splash Screen it's Team Splash Screen on Facebook and Instagram, and then Splash Screen Gaming on YouTube and Twitch, and Splash Screen G on the Twitters. But yeah, that's kind of all I really got on the books for this week.
Okay, Nate.
How about you, Nate James?
It's gonna go
Stuff,
order.
Dude. What are you doing?
I don't know. I am kind of thinking of restructuring after the good old rebrand. After the rebrand, I'm thinking about a good old restructure on things I stream. I've said it before. I'll say it again, and I'll probably say it again. Actually, honestly, I have a lot more time on my hands. As I had said, there are some things that had happened in my last couple of weeks that have been the best, but they've given me a lot of time and a lot of things that I can do. So I'm thinking of using that as a positive to be able to put more into things that I want to do. I really, really want to start a series. I actually have my camera all charged up and my tripod, whatever the fuck that is, to start recording a video on for this channel that I want to set up. It's called In the Defense of the Villain. I have a whole book full of all the information I could need about 100 of the greatest DC villains of all time, and who they are and what they are and why they are the way they are and all that good stuff. So I really want to be able to I want to do stuff like that because I want to do something with fucking comics again. I miss talking about comics a lot. It's one of my favorite things in the world. I can get lost in those universes for literal days. I have a big ass thing of comic books I'm going to go through. I want to start doing some I want to do reads of comics and put those on good old YouTube and start trying to make videos. I just need to figure out how the fuck to edit because I don't fucking know how.
Hey man, I'll be more than happy to edit your shit.
Yeah, fucking we'll have to talk about that tomorrow after the JoJo's thing. Actually, if James is cool with it, obviously he's gonna have all the audio and he's gonna snip that up. But I want to stream that tomorrow, so if
Okay,
you're down,
that's fine.
If you don't care,
Yeah, I don't mind.
Tomorrow I plan on streaming good old episode. What? I mean, technically it's episode 2 of
Yeah,
the Anime
episode 2
Corner.
of Anime Corner.
It's been a long time coming. We had an episode 2, and then things had happened. But yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna stream the conversation between me and James about JoJo's. I'm gonna play more Eyes of Heaven because it makes me feel like I'm watching a whole nother season, and it's so great. Like I get
Just
so
fan
excited
service.
to
Just fan service the Joj.
yeah, like playing that game makes me feel like I'm watching a movie. And it's like one really long movie of JoJo's, and it's fucking great because they all meet each other, and it's so lit. I got to see they ran into Young Speedwagon in fucking part 3 of the beginning of the game. And they're like, "Who the fuck are you?" I'm like, "I know who that is." It was great. I'm probably gonna try to finish up Hunter x Hunter this week. Some animes I've been watching. I want to talk about that as well, but you need to watch that.
Yeah, I do.
Anything else I can think of? I mean, there's not really too much else. Something else I did this week, which is kind of why I was able to do all the other stuff, is I kind of took a little bit of a hiatus from my computer. I just kind of stayed off Discord for the most part. Like, wasn't really on much this week, and it was kind of refreshing. And there were a lot of times where I was like I'm sitting at my computer, just doing my own thing, being by myself, and like working on my own ideas. And I see there's people in Discord, and I'm like, I gotta keep. I'm trying to like separate myself and try to make like 2 different times, I guess, not lives per se, but like there's a time for when I go in a game, or there's a time where I step away and just work on me and do whatever I'm doing on my computer. Self-improvement shit. I have been listening to a lot of Alan Watts. Are you familiar with Alan Watts?
Of course, I'm very familiar with Alan
Okay.
Watts.
I figured if anyone here, I don't know if anyone else is familiar with the one and the only Alan Watts, but if you really want to learn how to get rid of, because I have my own issues to deal with, like ego and all that good stuff, but that man, I'll tell you what, he is the one to listen to if you want to really figure your own shit out. I'll tell you, he makes you think. It's really cool. I've been listening to. I'm gonna probably try to finish at least the majority of this book. Listen to an audiobook, Permanent Record by Edward Snowden. Really good fucking book so far. Really, really solid. I like it a lot. If you want a read and a listen, I guess I should say, definitely listen to Permanent Record by Edward Snowden. It talks about his entire life, how he ended up where he is. That's going to be fun. That's what I listen to pretty much. I listen to at least a chapter or 2 a day. I need to really sit down and crank that out, though. I can't force myself to or I'll lose interest, so I gotta feel it. Other than that, I'd like to be able to play some 14, get to something I can actually give a shit about. Right now, it's just... I only feel like it's endless grind because I don't like my character currently, but
Yeah.
I'll get past that. I'd like to stream fucking something, and I'd like to have all of us play something. So I mean, I'll get on Ark and I'll play Crystal Isles, but I really want to get
Yeah,
Genesis.
we have
'cause I
that.
really
Yeah,
wanna
we
play-
have that going on this week.
Yeah.
We're probably gonna stream that. If you guys play it, get a hold of us. Maybe we'll
Hell
load
yeah.
the island up with people. It's a modded server.
It's not too
Hopefully
modded,
everything works. I was wondering if everything should work even with the new map. Yeah.
I don't see why it wouldn't.
I don't
Because
see why it
realistically,
wouldn't.
all those maps are based on what? Probably the same structure per se.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you can
So-
get a new type of pterodactyl in Crystal Isles with a rocket on its back.
Well, that
Sick.
seems like a bit much.
You're all.
It's a sci-fi. It's like plays into the sci-fi aspect of it.
Oh,
but yeah,
does
you
it?
can. Yeah, it's a huge,
More mech stuff.
huge jetpack that goes into the back of this pterodactyl, as well as you can get one of those penosaurs. It's not actually what it's called. I don't know the name of it. And
The good old Picasaur.
you can put a gigantic, like Roman time bow and arrow that has a 10-foot bow.
Oh, the Bronchiosaurus?
Yeah. Well, no, you actually
The Paracathantium or whatever.
Oh,
it's the big fucking dude that stomps around. And you put a base on his
Yeah.
back, and then you actually put a gigantic bow and arrow on his back to attack other animals, and it's about
Nice.
5 feet high and 10 feet long. The arrows are.
Damn.
I was watching it, and then they have
That's really
dragons
cool.
made of crystals.
That's super dope. Yeah, I mean, so we're gonna play some Ark this week for sure. It's been a while, and I'm actually excited to play again because I was able to take a break away from that and not have to care about it. And like my biggest thing in the beginning, to be honest, I just wanted to fuck around with mods so bad because they all seem so cool, and I kind of put a bunch into my own personal solo server, and I got that out of my system. I fought Rockwell one time, and that's enough for me. I'll never want to do that again because holy shit, that dude's massive. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me. You can find me everywhere at Yokai Blue. As I had said, there was a rebrand, so I literally changed everything over. I was lucky enough to be able to get everything. I have music in my ears, so like I keep fucking up. But yeah, like other than that, I don't have a ton I'm doing. I'm actually gonna continue playing Resistance, which is something I didn't talk about earlier. Is I've been playing this game on the Switch called Resistance, which is this. Okay, so it's really, really weird. So this game apparently was in production last year, and it's based in 2024 after a bunch of shit had happened, and it's all kind of like militarized city, and you're running through this comic strip. Like it's a comic book that you go into each panel, and then something will happen. Then you'll go to this other panel.
So it's like
and then
Comic
you'll go
Zone.
into that. Yeah, kinda. It's called Resistance. It's super neat. Art's super cool. It's either Resistance or yeah, I think it is Resistance. Let me double check that. Fuck. It's a really cool game. One of the coolest games I've played in a long time. It is Liberated. My fault. Liberated.
Okay, I was gonna say that does not look like the game you just grabbed.
No, yeah, Resistance
You're
is a
probably
horror
looking at
game, if I remember
Resistance
correctly.
Fall of Man. It's probably
Yeah,
what popped up.
Liberated is the game title. There is a Resistance in the game called Liberated. They're actually the Liberated, but it's super cool. Your base, so far what I've gathered is you're the son.
Kinda neat.
Yeah, it's interesting. You're the son of this really great computer dude who's also a fucking asshole. Like he is just the world's worst father kind of person. And like he's like, I'm not part of this and a bunch of different stuff. And like it's just this super militarized zone like of this world that's all like apparently cracked down, which is really interesting because of the current state of things.
What
It
is
kinda
the
like-
play style of this? Because all I'm seeing are pictures of comic books.
It's literally that. Like it's side scroller. It's side scrolling platformer.
Are moving around a map. Okay.
Yes. It's side scrolling platformer. It's as side scrolly as humanly possible though. For a couple minutes I'll actually hop on and I'll do a little bit of gameplay to show y'all. But I'm gonna be playing that. Super cool game. Definitely recommend checking it out. It's $20. Why not? But yeah, that's what I got going on. What about you, Mark?
Nothing too much. You can watch me make mediocre content on YouTube at Twitch at MarkDude701. Might end up streaming some Satisfactory or Skate or
You
Half-Life.
streamed on Discord for a while.
Yeah, I'm still
Play that.
still trying to figure it out. Honestly, I don't talk too much, so I don't know how entertaining it would be. But I'll figure it out. We'll get there. But if you want to catch my stuff, it's at YouTube and Twitch at MarkDude701. How about you, James?
Well, I'm gonna be streaming. I'm off this entire week. I'm on vacation, so I'm gonna be streaming a lot. Of course, I'm gonna be playing some more Bug Fables. I'm gonna be playing and hopefully finishing Doom Eternal. If not, that's gonna take a back burner. Walker, when did you say the EA play is? Thursday? Fuck. Okay.
7 p.m. your time.
So I'm going to be watching that, going to be streaming that. Probably also on the same day be playing the new Pokemon Shield expansion that drops, the Isle of Armor. And then on the 19th, going to be playing that really obscure game that like no one's heard of called The Last of Us 2.
Good old
You
Friday.
streaming that?
Yeah, I know. Like, what the fuck is that? Like,
Are you
it's...
gonna stream it?
Oh, you know it.
Cool. Because I'm not buying it, so I'm gonna watch you play it.
Okay. Sounds good. Yeah. So that's gonna be my week, and then of course uploading all the VODs on YouTube. You can check me stream live at twitch.tv/People8Studios. You can check out the VODs on youtube.com/People8Studios. And to find out what I am doing with my life and when I stream, you can go to Twitter at PeopleIHate10.
For myself, as always, Captain Geach 15 on all the streaming platforms. I do need to get back into Final Fantasy 7. Don't exactly know what I'll be doing this week. Probably play Apex, even though I hate that game now because I started sucking at it. But it's what it is. Play that. Maybe Final Fantasy 14. Hopefully, we'll see what happens there. And Friday actually starts my vacation. Then I have Friday to next Saturday off. So
Nice.
Long stretch. It's gonna be the longest week of my life.
Without any
hopefully we get through it.
electronics.
Yeah, I know. So hopefully this week goes by fast, so then I can officially start my vacation.
How we win?
And that's it for myself. And as always, for the podcast, you can find us Level Unlocked Podcast at the Instagram, on the Facebook, Level Unlocked Podcast at gmail.com, Level Unlocked Podcast at podbean.com. If you want to become one of our amazing, you can sign up at patreon.com/Level Unlocked Podcast. And as always, you can find us in the Twitter world at what, James?
LVL Unlocked Pod. That's LVL Unlocked Pod.
And then from us and Marshall at the Paw Patrol Central, we thank you for hanging out. And we will see you guys bright and early, 10 p.m., 30 Central Time, Eastern Standard, Mountain Central, next week, Sunday. See you guys then. Thanks for hanging out.
Hey.
Peace.
Bye.
Peace.
Thanks for your time, guys. Have a good night.